Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. We're back with coverage of the Premier League. Our first and only game of this weekend, which is actually the final game of the game week. It's Newcastle versus Liverpool. Two sides that expect to be fighting for Champions League spots this season. Two sides who haven't had perfect starts to their campaign. I'd like to start, by the way, apologising if you can hear any sort of rain noises. We're currently in a bit of a thunderstorm and it's all I can hear. Yeah, a bit of a weird condition to be streaming in. We've still got the F1 on as well, so it's a bit of a weird start, but we are here, we are excited. It should be a really good game, shouldn't it?
It should be a really good game. I mean,
It's so difficult to concentrate.
I feel like they could get flown away in a minute and I'll be dead. But
If it's something gets a lot like really bright and water starts raining, you know what's happening.
dead. But no, it should be a very interesting game, as you say. Two very good sides. Two sides that have probably, I feel like, mixed fortunes really in their first, especially in Newcastle's case. Battered Villa, then got battered, got torn apart by City. Liverpool drawing to Chelsea and then beating Bournemouth, but surviving an early scare there. Should be see how this plays out. Back at St James Park, Newcastle should give them the extra edge because it is a hell of an atmosphere. But it should be very interesting. This game could see it go either way.
Yeah, Liverpool could have gone to top of the league if Manchester City had indeed drawn to Sheffield United. However, obviously, City found that late gate goal and they're absolutely fine. But yeah. Anyway, should we get into the lineups?
Yeah, do that.
I'm so off put by the rain, it's unbelievable. Right, give me a minute. Lineups then, of course, we are at St James's Park, as you have mentioned. We'll start with the Newcastle team. Then Nick Pope in between the sticks, no surprise there. It wasn't going to be Karras, even though he's still there. I think it's Dubravka, bench keeper. Flat back four then of Captain Trippier, Shaw, Botman and Byrne. Across midfield three, it's Tonali, Guimaraes and Joe Linton. And then on the front three, Almiron, Isak, Gordon. No changes then from the side that's played the first two games of the season, I believe.
No, I don't think so. But that is a strong side.
Of course it is. Liverpool, a couple changes then. In goal, Alisson. No shocks there again. Flat back four of Trent, Matip, Captain Van Dijk and Robertson. Midfield three, well, it's a debut for Endo. He joins Szoboszlai and McAllister in the midfield. And then the front three, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz. No space for Darwin Núñez. No space for Diogo Jota.
It's an interesting 11. You say Endo, they finally decided to play a midfielder rather than just play two wingers and
Quite smart, really.
Attack midfielder.
You think Klopp would have thought that, eh?
Yeah, that could be quite interesting to see how that unfolds.
Yeah.
Against a Newcastle midfield, which we know is very, very strong.
Yeah, I think obviously they're bringing Endo into that role then for the first time. He's not actually played for Liverpool before, so coming in for his debut, that's going to be an interesting aspect to see how he adapts to the league. But he's got a tough job on his hands. Newcastle midfield is incredibly strong, so it's going to be interesting to see how he can adapt to English football and how he adapts to playing against that Newcastle midfield. Chelsea fans saying big up, Jack and Harry. Welcome to the stream, mate. Good to see you on this fine Sunday afternoon. I don't know if it's as rain. Is it raining where you are, Chelsea fans? Because it is horrendous here.
Yeah.
And it has distracted our attention a little bit. On top of the fact the F1 is still going on. But yeah, we have got 10 minutes to kick off. So anything to touch on before we get into predictions and stuff like that?
I think for Liverpool, we kind of know what to expect. They've played decently. For Newcastle, they had two polar opposite games.
Yeah.
Thrashed Villa at home.
That was a big shock.
That was a very big shock. And then City away, you always have to change the way you play for City. And they still lost 2-0 and they were very defensive. So it's going to be intriguing to see how they do in terms of... I'm intrigued to see how they play because they look best team in the league against Villa. And then they looked like one of the worst teams against City because City do that to everyone. They make you look really bad. But I'm really intrigued to see how this goes on. Big opportunity for Liverpool to, put themselves into second place. Newcastle, they're going to want to keep tabs.
I mean, on paper, it's a horrible start to the season for Newcastle. They did it right against Aston Villa, but then Man City, Liverpool. Next week, they play Brighton. Join us for that one live as well. With all four Newcastle games at the start of the season we're covering.
We love Newcastle.
But, a very difficult start to the season. How many points do you think they'll want to take going into game week 5?
If they're taking 9 out of 12, I think they'll be very happy. I think if they've taken
even 6.
Potentially
losing today or against Brighton.
They'll be happy with 7. I think. We're looking at Villa as a win. Brighton, who knows what game against Brighton, Liverpool, who knows what game against Liverpool.
Well, Brighton looked really good in game week 1, thrashing it, and they looked really good in game week 2, thrashing, was it Wolves they tore apart? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Recent game week, lost 3-1 to West Ham, so
Mental.
who knows what's going to happen. No, it's the same thing. It's how you expose them. It's the same way that, who was it? Everton, in the last season, they beat them 5-1, didn't they? It's how they are beatable. They are very beatable. I thought that Bart Verbruggen didn't look good on his debut.
No.
But overall, yeah, Brighton weren't great. So Newcastle maybe look at next week as not such a difficult game as they would have going into the season, knowing how quality they are. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game today. I think both sides are quite evenly matched.
Yeah.
And yeah, should be really interesting.
Yeah, from a Liverpool point of view, I think that they'll want to win. Drawing to Chelsea was kind of a bit of an unknown because nobody knew how good Chelsea were going to be or how bad Chelsea were going to be. Turns out they probably would have wanted to win looking at the West Ham result. And then Bournemouth, they went 1-0 down. It took them time to get back in the game, and if they hadn't got the penalty and obviously McAllister gets sent off in that game, that got rescinded, which means he can't play today. This one's going to be interesting. I don't know where to gauge either of these performances for either side.
If Liverpool lose today, has it been a bad start to the season? 4 points from 3 games.
An unknown Chelsea side, an easy Bournemouth side, and a Newcastle side who are good. If you're looking at 4 points, that's not perfect.
I disagree. I'd say 4 is exactly where I'd put them. I think they probably would have drawn with Chelsea. I think they're actually quite fortunate to draw with Chelsea. Yeah. I think Newcastle will probably win today. Obviously, they could come away from this weekend with 7, in which case they're putting themselves in a fantastic position to take the fight to City this season. But I think even if Liverpool lose today, they've not had a bad start to the season because this Newcastle side is really good.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah,
so I see that. Yeah, it really can go both ways. And obviously next week Liverpool play. Who do they play? Forest? No, that's Chelsea.
I can't remember now.
Have to have a look.
Yeah.
They play Aston Villa. Not an ideal game. If Villa play like they did today, if cash flies, then they'll put themselves in a really good position.
I mean, I guess mentioning the early kickoffs.
Yeah, we've spoken briefly about Man City. They,
Sheffield United,
quite fortunately in there.
Kick them out already.
I mean, yeah, it's Chelsea fans saying in chat, Sheffield United going back down.
I mean, when they equalised, I thought, they're a really good team. They deserve to stay up, and as soon as they conceded, they're down. Rubbish. Worst team in the league. Rubbish. Shouldn't have thrown it away. I know it's Man City, but if you equalise in the 85th minute against any team, you should not throw it away 2 minutes later. Villa looked very comfortable against Burnley, and after getting battered by Newcastle in the opening game week, they've really turned up style.
Yeah.
They've looked very, very good. Played some really nice football. And I think the Conference League playoffs against Hibs have really helped. It's a bit big boost, just score 7 against a Scottish side. But I'm intrigued to see how their season unfolds. Same for the 2 sides we're watching today. Newcastle, Liverpool. I'm intrigued to see how the season will end up for them.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't really know with Liverpool because on paper they should be right up there with the likes of Man City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal. But last season obviously was a bit of a poor one. They've got, I don't know, will they be up there? Will they not? It's going to be really interesting to see.
And I think it's important for both sides. They're going to want to take maximum points from every single game they play. City did not looked. I don't think we've seen vintage City yet. I don't think we've seen the best version of City.
No.
I think obviously Chelsea. No, they might be back. No, they lost to West Ham. Brighton. Oh, they look great. No, they lost to West Ham. United have looked.
Well, that's the thing. Is everyone's had a bit of a slip up. But City are just the ones that got away with it.
That's the problem. That's what City do.
Yeah.
They always do that. Even when they're not their best, they're still better than everyone else, and that's why they always win the league. So when everyone else is losing 1-0 when they play badly, City are winning 2-0.
Don't get me wrong, they were dominant in that game, but they didn't find a goal for ages. And then, right at the death, Sheffield United switched off.
Jaden Bogle equalises, and then they think, we're going to drop points here. No, we're not. Rodgers just going to smack it top corner for a laugh.
Yeah. That's a frustrating thing, isn't it, that nobody else seems to do that. I mean, Arsenal bottled yesterday against Fulham. They should have been winning that. That's the type of game they should have been winning. Yeah. United even, they had to rescue it at the end. So
they did.
It's going to be an interesting season to see how it pans out. We have got 5 minutes until we get underway. Shall we get some predictions then? Chat, feel free to get involved. Stick your predictions in the live chat and we'll read them out. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good one today.
It's a tough one. It's one of those 2 games you look at both sides. Both sides have brilliant support, especially at home. But I just think the fact that all those loyal Liverpool fans will be up in the clouds tonight, and St James Park will be rocking in black and white. I'm gonna give it to Newcastle. I'll go 2-1 to the tune. Newcastle goals from Isak and Joe Linton, and then it will be a Liverpool goal from Mo Salah.
I'll go Liverpool win. I'll go 1-0 Liverpool. I think it will probably be Salah, let's be honest, that gets the goal. And I think they'll be able to hold on defensively for a bit. I think Newcastle do look very good at the moment. I don't know why I'm back in Liverpool, but I am.
I think it's tough on the call. I think it can go either way. I'm really intrigued to see how it does play out, because I can't call it. I really can't call it.
But yeah, Chelsea fan going 2-1 Newcastle then. I like that prediction. I like it. Copying similar sort of thinking as yours. Fair enough.
It's going to be tight.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Nick Pope does what he did last time and Anthony Taylor has to send him off.
Yeah.
It's
Mind you, if he does it discreetly, the VAR won't not send him if he's his mate, because I don't want to deal with that problem.
Yeah, mates up there. So
is it Taylor on?
No, I don't know. But they might get a bit of hassle. If they send their mate over to the monitor, so just be careful.
Yeah, it's John Brooks, the referee for today.
He's alright, I suppose. None of them are like, oh my god, he's great.
Yeah, no.
But some worse than others.
Exactly.
But it's gonna be exciting. I think there's action. There's always action when Newcastle play. Like, they gave City a decent game, and they thumped Villa. They beat Tottenham 6-0, 6-1. Well, how many goals they scored? Lost count. Stopped counting at 4. And they have produced some really interesting games across last year.
Yeah.
Hopefully that carries on into this year. This should be an exciting one. Liverpool. I mean, if you add up all the goals that we've seen in between both teams, Newcastle have been involved in 8 goals, and Liverpool were involved in 6. So that's quite a lot of goals.
Now, do you think Newcastle could do what they did to Tottenham here today?
No.
Do you think they could do a similar thing to that?
No, I don't think Liverpool are that bad. No one is that bad. Then Ollie
fair
star pivot with Eric.
They did concede to Bournemouth though, Liverpool.
They did concede
early on, so and they didn't look great against Chelsea either.
No. It's interesting to see what happens.
We have got a couple minutes till kick off. Let's switch back to the football match. Staten wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Things we love to see.
Yeah.
Very good race. And now we can get back to the football. Should be a great game.
Yeah, it should be. You can stay in live sports with that if you want.
Oh, here we go.
But no, I'm excited for this one. 90 minutes of action, hopefully. If we're sitting watching 0-0, it'll be very sad.
Just us two crying as we watch it.
94th minute, Newcastle 0, Liverpool 0, nothing's happened. We're trying to Dan Burn boot the ball up in the air for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think there will be action. I think regardless of who wins, there's going to be action this game. It's going to be a close one. Interesting to see Wataru Endo, by the way, taking number 3. That's uncommon, I would say, for a defensive midfielder. Especially when the 5 is free. Yeah, of course. Is the 5 free? No, I think Kanate may have it.
Yeah.
6, though. Might be free.
Maybe, I don't know Liverpool's numbers. Yeah, because Firmino was 6. Interesting one. That Endo, big shoes to fill. See what he can do on his debut. Strong bench for the visitors as well.
That is it.
What,
Nunez and Diego Jota, and then they're looking at children and Simicast.
I saw Jota and went, yeah, that looks strong.
They've got those two they can rotate in nicely, but Newcastle, I'd argue, have the stronger bench. When they can turn to Harvey Barnes, Callum Wilson, even Jacob Murphy.
That's where he's got.
Tino Livramento.
Yeah.
Elliot Anderson. I argue that Newcastle's bench is stronger. And that's without Lewis Hall or...
And I think if necessary, people like Jason Tyndall can really give Newcastle the advantage here.
They can.
So actually how...
You know what? If probably advantage to Newcastle, we're just getting himself sent off early.
Yeah. Stand too far next to Eddie Howe who knocks him out.
Liverpool players embrace and prepare for what should be a very difficult game. Going to be a good one, though.
Hopefully.
Newcastle following suit.
So I don't think Newcastle would lacking anyone, really. In terms of
I think it's full strength, isn't it? Gareth Southgate in attendance, then?
Sorry, only watches Newcastle and Villa.
Probably.
I've never seen him at any other ground apart from Wembley.
Maybe he lives in between the two, so he can drive up easily, but, like... The other stadium's a bit of a track.
You've got Trippier and Wilson.
Trent.
Gordon. No, Gordon.
Barnes might get in England.
Maybe.
Gordon might one day. He did really well at the U21 Euros.
I hope he doesn't.
He's looked really good so far this season, Gordon, I would say.
He has. Big 90 minutes coming off both sides.
Yeah, it's going to be Liverpool to get us started here at St James Park. Should be a real good game here. Dominic Szoboszlai
Take this time.
Set to knock it back, and we'll be underway. Oh, he
Nice.
sends everyone, including his own team, by a little dummy, and then he knocks it back to Matip. Sending it long immediately, and it's cut out by Newcastle. Yeah, Gordon now trying to come forward. Salah. And the ball fed through by Liverpool. Here's Dominic Szoboszlai. Gets the wrong side of Botman. And Botman does well. Just see him out for a corner. But Liverpool, fast start there then. It was good this from Salah. Ball through. Really good ball through from Trent. And Szoboszlai almost getting on the end of it and almost making something happen. But yeah. Positive start then for Liverpool.
Yeah, decent
And a corner now.
Cool. They got a few tall players in the box. I mean, compared to Newcastle, they've got nothing. But
And someone at Sky sat on the stopwatch. So that's great. Trent. Good delivery. And, well, Pope punches it into the head of Van Dijk. Oh, sorry, Matip.
Someone just sat on it. Time has stopped for Sky. Luckily, they never stopped.
Yeah.
Probably stopped.
If you want to know what minute it is, watch Arsenal.
Yeah.
But yeah. 5 votes in the final chat so far. 40% Newcastle, 40% Liverpool, 20% draw.
Interesting.
Really divided
Yeah.
in chat at the moment. But yeah.
So, but I thought, I mean, I'm not surprised if actually. You know, it's giving an even game. You'd expect both. I mean, I'm expecting both sides to score. I don't see a clean sheet going out here. If there was one, I'd probably say Newcastle, but who knows? But you know, when Botman's levering the ball into the air like he just did, they're not going to concede any goal. Burn bodies Gakpo, but doesn't win the throw. Trent takes time over.
Gakpo, Diaz, and Salah up front there. Is that the front three you'd have gone for?
No.
Who'd you gone for?
Jota.
Why?
I think he's better than Gakpo.
You reckon?
I think he's better in the middle anyway, and that is a player. Mo Salah, interesting one. I see a few kind of dibble dabbles for linking him to Saudi. I doubt it will go, but
yeah, I was going to say I don't think he's going anywhere. I think Saudi have shown interest. I don't think there's been anything indicating that Salah would be interested in going.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone has interest in everything. I'd like to be a millionaire. Doesn't mean that someone's going to give me £1,000,000 for a laugh.
yeah,
Fall through to Salah, cut out by Botman. Trippier now bursting down this right hand side, tries to pick out Isak, and then Van Dijk smashes it forwards. Fabian Schär lets it run to Nick Pope. Pope now just kicks it out of play. Trying to distribute it long, hasn't quite come off. Not a perfect start then for either side. No one really able to take this game by the scruff of the neck as of yet. Only a couple minutes in though, so sure that will change as this game goes on, and one of the sides will take a stranglehold. But you'd imagine it'd be a close game throughout. To be fair though, both these sides very evenly matched, at least on paper. I mean, obviously difference makers probably Alex Isak, Mo Salah. Is that the type of players you'd be thinking can really make the difference today?
Yeah. I mean, for Newcastle, like getting the ball to Isak, Mo Salah. Once you get the ball to him, you should let him do the work. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think. I don't know. Isak's interesting. He looked very good against Villa, but so did the whole of the Newcastle team. That City game, it's really hard to take a performance against City into account. Because unless you get battered, it's kind of like, well, that's just what City do.
Do you think Newcastle are too reliant on Alex Isak?
No, because they've got Callum Wilson on the bench.
Yeah,
fair
enough.
I think Almiron needs to start firing.
I mean more in the sense that their other attackers haven't brought many goals recently.
Yeah,
I mean, Gordon looked really exciting in the opening game.
But I think, but I don't know why Barnes doesn't get the start.
Yeah,
Barnes
got that goal and an assist.
I'm really surprised that Barnes hasn't been given a go, but
I think they want to ease him in slowly, and by trying to start him in these really difficult matches doesn't make a lot of sense. I think they play Brighton next week, don't they? And he'll have a lot of space to operate in. Brighton can be opened up quite easily, as we saw.
He is faster than
in the West Ham game. Well, exactly. And then after that, I think they go to, is it Fulham, I want to say they've got after that?
Can't remember. But like, are West Ham going in the Premier League?
No.
After quite possibly the worst year last year.
We've got Brentford. Doesn't get any easier, really, does it, for Newcastle?
No, we're not watching it. I'll bet watching Newcastle.
I think we're watching Championship that weekend.
Yeah. We've watched a lot of Newcastle.
Salah reversed the ball inside. Gakpo. Guimaraes strikes the arm of the Brazilian.
It's just smacked into the ground.
And well, to be fair, we'll probably also, depending on the draw, the Champions League draw, speaking of which, join us on Thursday for that. Depending on the draw, we will probably watch Newcastle in their first game.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much guaranteed to have a difficult group. because they are in pot 4, having no European football in the last 5 years.
See what that draw's like. Hopefully they don't decide to long it out for ages and ages.
Probably will. Going on to the stream, saying no, they did fine without Isak last season. Various players stepped up and filled the void. Yeah, fair enough.
There's no yellow here. I'm not quite sure who.
I just think without Almiron firing
Trent.
like he was last season, I just worry that Newcastle will lack goals if Isak isn't the one scoring constantly. But yeah, Gary's saying none of them can replace Isak 1-for-1, but a few of them will collectively be able to produce the goals Newcastle need. Okay, yeah, fair enough. You guys are saying my prediction 4-4. Always a bold prediction for you guys. I'd love to see it. Welcome to the stream as well, by the way, mate. Good to see people hopping in now. And Nick Nack as well. Welcome, mate. Salah coming down this right-hand side. Great defending from Burn. Exactly. Nobody turns up in chat. Well, to be fair, Chelsea fan did. And then everyone turns up at once.
Trent's got to go here. Surely, Ref.
Is that second yellow?
Surely. Go on, give it to him.
I think that's what Eddie Howe was complaining
that's his
about.
second yellow.
I think
Klopp's fuming.
Klopp is having a go at the fourth official. I think Trent's got to go.
That's a yellow card offence. That is a yellow card offence.
No intent to play the ball, he just trips him up.
Yeah, let's go chat.
Just trips him
He's
up.
got to go here. Surely. Doesn't matter he's already on a yellow. Doesn't matter we're 5 minutes in. That is a second. That is a yellow card offence. He's got to go.
I cannot see what.
Klopp's fuming because I think he knows that's a yellow. Referees.
But Trent's one more mistake away from a yellow for a red now. 100%. He should be off. Trent Arnold should be off.
Huge let off.
You're not saying running a bit late, so that's all right, mate. No, don't worry. But also, Nick Nat, we are going to cover. We're going to cover Southampton in a couple of weeks' time. I think it's Friday the 21st of September.
Southampton Leicester.
Southampton Leicester should be a really good game. But yeah. And the Prem game that weekend to Newcastle, Brentford, and after next Saturday we're not watching another Newcastle game for a while.
Yellow card.
Yeah, 100%. 100% yellow.
Huge let off for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Everyone's got him in FPL.
Yeah. Gary saying 8-8. I can't let Yellowstone outbold me. Love it, Gary. Nick Nat saying can't send him off. It will spoil the game. Yeah, but he deserves to go.
Funny. Red card, yes.
I love it, yeah.
Everyone's got an FPL -2. Love it.
Someone who has no Newcastle or Liverpool players, I do this game just to finish 1-1 with, like, Bruno Guimaraes and Matip score.
No, Endo. He's got Endo.
Yeah. People like that. Players just no one will have. I need a Dan Burn goal.
No, somebody got for Dan Burn, haven't they?
I guess.
Defender.
Pope. Oh, no, that'd be really bad.
Off the bench.
Kraft.
Oh, blind.
I don't even think he's injured.
Bizarre clearance from Bruno.
But it's out, so it's not in the back of the net, so I think they'll take it. Yeah, the rain has picked up again here as well. Apologies if you can here. I don't know if you can.
I'm pit in the UK. Will probably. I don't know where you. Depends where you are, I guess. But it's.
Gary's probably fine living up in Hong Kong.
Honestly, it's turning to rain. I feel like any minute the roof's going to split and we get drenched. Very worrying. But anyway.
Yeah.
And a shame that Trent's got a yellow card for his earlier offence. But not for the second offence.
So by showing the graphic there, it almost makes it look like that was a yellow card and he hadn't already picked one up.
They're lazy, their graphics, and someone sat on the timer.
Yeah, having a mare.
Oh, Pope.
Whoever does graphics at Sky Sports is getting sacked.
Pope got away with that one. He came for it and fluffed it.
Salah, Trippier and Tonali both battling. I mean, Trippier they're having... no, they've pulled it back for a free kick. She was like got minced by Guimaraes.
Newcastle fans want to go.
Yeah. Pulls it back there. But you need a goal every 5.5 minutes, Gary, to keep the schedule. Yeah, Gary, you should be 2-0 by this point. If you want your 8-8. Gomez warming up then. Would Liverpool look to an early change with Trent already on the yellow?
But I think Klopp was angry. I think he was probably angry at Trent, but also he's not going to sit there and take it out of him because
two yellow card offences in 9 minutes. That's what he's pointing out now. We don't need to do that.
And John Brooks, and Klopp just directed anger at anyone else other than Trent because if he's angry with Trent, John Brooks is going to go, well, clearly the bad Liverpool manager thinks he should be off, so I'm just going to send him off. Big error from Botman.
What's Endo look like so far? Seems fine.
I haven't seen him.
He hasn't made any errors, and if you're a DM, that's pretty much your one job. Don't make errors. Yeah, I'm sure he has. Thunder aren't they really rolling in now? Yeah, Botman. Rain not affecting play at all here, though. I think it looks fairly dry.
North, they seem alright.
It's the one time the North isn't wet.
No.
Szoboszlai coming forwards then. Good challenge from Joe Linton, but it's pinged off at a weird angle, and Gakpo brings it under his control. Szoboszlai tries to knock it across, but it's too lethargic, and Endo isn't going to get there. Trippier just trying to lift that towards Alex Isak, but Van Dijk steps in, gives it across to Robertson. And Robertson 1-2 with Alisson. Now looking to attack the line. Andrew Robertson feeds it through, but that Botman will act as a sweeper and recover that.
Attempt at a ball through there.
Now it's with Burn. Botman. Guy's saying that Endo looks the same as he did when he arrived. Yeah, no. Clock's not something mental. He's now got pink hair or something.
Dyed his hair and
Yeah.
he gained a couple of inches in his eye.
Got a nose piercing. Here's Van Dijk.
Looks like a Christmas.
Pierced everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way to rely on you, Gary. To be fair, Gary is a reliable source.
Gary is reliable.
If I want to know anything out the world, I'm going to Gary. But
He's up there, top 10 sources.
probably not first. Rick says probably
I'll place. In terms of sources, I go for Richo top,
then Gary.
then ketchup,
oh,
then
yeah.
Gary.
Then HDMI 1.
Yeah, good source that. Then HMI 2.
Yeah. And then I'd probably find like David Orty down there. Mayonnaise on the floor.
No, mayonnaise. I don't even count as a sauce, really.
Bruno, I mean, he's tripped himself up there, but he's going to win a free kick because McAllister was hounding him.
Yeah.
I feel like he under shout. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm shouting over the rain.
Chat, question, can you hear the rain, or is it just
doubt
us shouting loud?
I doubt it, but because we're shouting over it so we can hear each other. But I don't want it to come through like we're just bellowing at everyone.
Yeah, Trippier now with a free kick. It's not exactly a shooting opportunity, but a chance definitely could be created from this.
Yeah.
Trippier. Ball lifted
ball.
forwards. And Diaz now with the ball trying to drive away, but Almiron blocking his clearance. And I think he just caught Diaz there. Or Diaz catches the back of Almiron on the follow through. Almiron now just checking that the Colombian wing is alright. He seems to have hurt himself here, Diaz.
We need to come back with a bang, isn't
Now
he?
he seems to be alright. Yeah, he was a big loss. Big miss for Liverpool last season. Especially while Nunez, Gakpo struggled to adapt to the league, and Jota obviously picked up a few injuries as well. Yeah, they could have done with Diaz, but I'm sure Liverpool fans will be glad to see him back now.
Yeah.
Shah on the ball. Ketchup's overrated, says Nick Nack. Such a poor take.
What is?
Ketchup.
Oh no.
Can't
You can
back
have it
that.
with everything apart from shepherd's pie, a roast dinner, okay, there's quite a few things you can't have it. But you can have it with most things.
Yeah. Yeah, it does work with most things. It's a dependable source. You know what you're getting?
Yeah.
As long as it's Heinz. Any other...
Oh yeah,
Not-
Stokes.
yeah.
Ugh. Disgusting. Why would you even bother? That's a good ball.
Not unhealthy enough for
This
me.
is good for...
Almiron coming forwards. It feels really quiet now that the rain has stopped for a moment. Almiron
Out screaming.
coming forwards. Plays it to Tonali. The ball into the box is a bit of an odd one. Van Dijk heads it out. Falls to Gordon though on the far side. He cuts in. Here is Guimaraes. That's a cracking ball to Trippier.
Touch.
But he
Oh,
can't
no.
keep it in play.
No, you slipped over. I think it might be a bit wet.
Yeah. Ketchup and cereal, Harry. Good point from Gary. You wouldn't do
no,
that.
you
That would
wouldn't
be
do
a
that. As I said, there are a few things you wouldn't.
But yeah. I suppose alphabet spaghetti isn't far off.
Love it.
Anyway. You guys are saying I prefer the Norwegian Idun ketchup to Heinz.
I've never had
I was
the
going to say, I can't compare. We'll try and get that at some
I
point.
need to go to Scandinavia.
Yeah. Got some football.
Yeah. That seems like such a nice environment. Just, Scandinavia, isn't it? It's a nice place.
So if I'm going to prison, I'm picking a Norwegian one. They seem
They're
fun.
lovely, yeah. Better than my bedroom.
They'll probably let me stream from a Norwegian prison.
I wouldn't tell everyone that, though.
I'll be really confused why we've got a new brick background.
Check it out, guys. He's a brick wall and a bed.
Yeah.
I'm only in black and white because I'm a massive Newcastle fan.
It falls to Joe Linton, and it's well played by Allison.
Better for Newcastle. Last 5 minutes, they've taken control. Liverpool kind of just watching, really. That's their problem. Endo there getting caught in possession. Isak laying off to Joe Linton.
He didn't really open up his body there for the shot. He couldn't drive enough power behind it.
And he hates his left foot.
Gary's saying Weet-Bix and ketchup, classic English cuisine. That sounds absolutely vile.
That is disgusting. Weet-Bix is lovely, but
I don't even like Weet-Bix.
Oh, so good, so healthy as well. Go in the morning.
Burn, Joe Linton. Here is Bruno Guimaraes. Botman. Gordon, Joe Linton, Gordon,
really good.
Bursting forwards. Don't know why he's
so
chosen
good.
a shot. Had Almiron, had Trippier as options out to his right. Instead, his shot just rolls through to Allison.
He's like a really rubbish. Who's a really selfish player?
Neymar.
He's a horrific Neymar. His Trent should be off the pitch and
Terrible ball inside. Yeah, he might get hooked up after that one. Going forwards now, Newcastle. Ball reversed by Bruno Guimaraes.
Gordon's shot and that pass there was
Watchalong lifts out wide to Diaz.
That final product for Newcastle is lacking at the moment, but they're creating the
Diaz
challenges.
bursts
Really
inside,
good.
and it's going well. But it's a good stop from Pope.
Big right arm out to stop it. Kind of just gambled where he's going to put. That's a big save. I mean, how Diaz picks one up here and managed to cut inside, past Trippier, and then tiptoe his way into the penalty area, past Tonali, past Shah. Big save from Nick Pope to deny the Colombian, who is in really good form at the moment. Really good form.
Diaz, yeah. Do you think he's a potential FPL pick? Would you be looking at him in FPL?
No, I don't know. I just don't know who you take him over. Equally, I bought in.
I was going to say, what's your ideal FPL midfield at the moment?
Oh, honestly, I'm not talking. I'm not talking to FPL.
I don't think anyone's nailed on at the minute.
We're having a break between me and FPL because
You and FPL.
you, man,
Going through some tough times, a few disagreements over the kids.
Yeah. Like Brentford.
Need a married
rubbish.
counsellor.
Yeah, I'm on like 30 points, which really isn't great.
I'm on 60 something, I think.
60.
61.
Yeah, that's crazy. That.
Destiny, you doggy. Come on, man.
But you play bench boost.
I did, but it bailed me out. It didn't really bail me out because Richarlison didn't play Akanji. No, Richarlison did play, just got 0. So it did bail me out. Still had Onana 0, Akanji 0, Richarlison 0 though. So it's been a bit of a difficult.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't worth it.
I think it was though because the potential upside was so good, so I'm not worried. And I don't think bench boost is very good anyway because we're not going to have many double game weeks this year. So I'm happy I've got those early points.
I think people forget you can only activate. Also, you can only activate one boost per game week. So there's double. You can't chuck all your boosts.
We're not going to get a game week where everyone's got a double.
That would be good.
It's just not going to happen.
You could just bench boost, free hit, triple captain, and what's the other one? No, it's all of them.
Wild card.
Well, you don't do wild card and free hit at the same time. That's really over the top.
Yeah.
But if you could use all three of them in one game week and just like score 300 points.
Gary says there are too many reasonably priced options in FPL this season. You don't have to compromise or buy enablers like in some past seasons. Really struggling with my midfield picks. There are so many good options at 7 to 9 mil. 7 to 8 mil, sorry. Yeah, Gary, my caveat to that though would be if you try and get Trent, Salah, Haaland all in the same team, it's just not going to work. Well, that's the thing though. It's because the expensive players at the moment aren't performing. Like Rashford. 1 assist in 3 games. Salah's got what 1 goal?
But yeah, but it is also
that's it.
It is so. It obviously we're so we're only to start the season.
Got 1 assist, maybe?
It's so early in the year where, like my defence. I mean, I had Chua and Thiago Silva, which just saved my game week. But like, unless they're playing Luton, even City can see the Sheffield United. All City, the Stupid has been perfect. Brian shipped 3. So West Ham, it's so early in the season, there's no one who's consistent or on form. So at the moment it's just a gamble. Roll the dice.
Yeah, the other problem is there's not enough forwards to compete now that Kane's gone. Because people just go, well, I'm going to put money into my midfielders because that's where the points are at. Because in terms of forwards, you probably want Haaland, there we go, and then either Watkins, Jackson or Isak, and then a budget one. But even someone like Julian Alvarez is playing every game and he's 6.5 mil. So I think FPL has been a bit all over the place for its pricing this year. I feel like because there's not many very good players.
But also, it was down to the Premier League as well because like you have Haaland, then you used to have Kane who'd score consistently.
I think everyone needs to go up by a couple mil to make it a bit more difficult. Well, maybe not everyone, but make a bigger difference.
Mo Salah, 27 million. Change your whole team. Well, no, I think Haaland should be like. I mean, TK looks human.
Haaland has to be 15 for me.
Oh, I'd make him 20.
I won't make him 20 because that's a fifth of the budget. It would be fun. It would make FPL really
interesting. Here you go for him.
I think everyone still would though.
I wouldn't.
That's bollocks, you words. But if they made Haaland 20, they'd make Salah 15. So even going for him wouldn't really be worth it at that point.
No, just go for
loads of cheap players.
Yeah, give me Harvey Barnes in the train.
But yeah. They sent a bunch of forwards into midfielders because it's Arnold Richarlison. Well, it looked like Richarlison was going to play out wide, didn't it? Because they didn't see ahead and think that Kane would leave. So that was a bit of a weird one. And then, yeah, the problem is midfielders is so. I think it'd be better FPL if they had more specific positioning and stuff. Like you have to have a DM.
Because what do you class Rashford as?
Yeah, exactly. Because he's played up front about the 3 games this season.
Last against what's their names? The Forest, not the Forest. Rashford played out on the wing.
Yeah. Oh, welcome to the stream, by the way, Ryan Sheen. Great to see you, mate. But yeah, hope you're doing well. But yeah, I agree with you there. It's a bit of a weird one, Gary. I also think that I think having things like you have to have a DM and you have to have centre halves. I think maybe make it a bit more realistic. I don't know. I'm sure they'll be looking at ideas like that and they'll have reasons why not. But exactly, if you have to have a Rodri or a Casemiro or someone like that, or if they rewarded their points a bit more, because DMs are so pointless on this game. Like my midfield is all wingers and Richarlison is a striker. My defence is all fullbacks because why would you have a centre half? Fullbacks score loads of points. I think I can use my only actual defender.
I've got Thiago Silva.
I've got Saliba as well, but I've got Gusto, Estupiñán, Udogi.
I think my only midfielder that isn't a winger is Odegaard. I think the rest what's that fact? What's
yeah, there's attack midfielders still. You don't have any central midfielders or DMs anymore in FPL. There's no good ones. Yeah, I think pricing on FPL this season is a bit weird. I think that says too many people seem to have the same players. Yeah, there is a bit of a template already at this season. Because it feels like you've got to have Estupiñán. You've got to have Mitoma.
So I
think Estupiñán will go down the next 2 weeks because they've got like Liverpool,
Estupiñán, Mitoma,
Newcastle,
Waymo, Haaland, Isak, Watkins.
I wouldn't say Isak and Watkins are template, but they are involved in a lot of teams. But I don't think they're template.
Who are other strikers in that are template then?
There aren't. That's what I'm saying. There's a bit more variation there because people are like, well, it doesn't. They don't. If anything, they're
really. I think on every single team, all the good teams will have Haaland, Mitoma, Estupiñán. And Waymo.
Yeah. Yeah, if you put like, that's the thing with strikers. Like some people will just have either João Pedro or Alvarez at 6.5 mil, and then like Mbuma, Mbamu, the West Ham guy that's 4 mil or something like that.
Sanchez.
Shot on target from Salah doesn't result in anything.
Not much happening in the last few minutes, as you can tell.
But yeah, Nick's saying you'll have to send in your suggestions, Jack. Yeah. Trouble with DMs as they get booked a lot.
That's but if you made it like the Champions League do,
Newcastle kind of forwards, by the way.
A certain amount of interceptions, they get points.
Almiron. They have balls recovered, don't they, as well?
Yeah.
I don't think there's more you could do there. I think it'd be fun, maybe if it wasn't the actual FPL, but like an offshoot. If similar to how they have the draft as like a separate game mode, I would have it where you have to pick your 18-man squad at the start of the season, and then that's your team.
Yeah.
So you've got to consider things like fixtures and the schedule and stuff, and you can only make transfers maybe in the first few weeks because it's still the transfer window, and then in January.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really fun sort of separate game. I wouldn't want it to be the actual FPL because I feel like FPL's in a really good spot and they wouldn't mess with that. But maybe it's a separate thing. You have to pick your entire squad at the start of the year, and you only get the normal transfer windows. So someone that has like Gordon's in behind, Should finish. Oh, there we go. It's 1-0 Newcastle. Trent makes the error. Gordon receives the ball, drives towards goal and slips with the legs of Alisson. 1-0 Newcastle. Liverpool opened up all through a mistake from their own defender.
Stop.
Wow.
Not Liverpool. There we go.
I mean, Trent has not had a great start. Could have been sent off after 9 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
Has given them a goal
He has
here.
had a torrid time against the Toon.
Salah pass it back.
Oh,
Trent can't bring it under control. And
dear.
Gordon, his pace, the fact he can burst forward onto it, and it's a good finish
To be fair,
for a player with a lot of confidence
a lot,
at the minute.
but he's done it. Puts the pressure on Trent, forces the error, runs in behind with his pace, and that is a good finish past Alisson. And that is why you don't take Liverpool defenders, because they do things like that. Nothing wrong with the pass back from Salah. Trent just,
Trent just misjudges it and doesn't realise that Gordon is bursting forwards.
just rolled under his foot.
And then
Usually it happens on Sunday
Alisson
League because of a bobble or something.
opens his
He's on
legs.
a world-class pitch.
That's in the
That
back,
is a
isn't it?
big error. I won't be surprised if Klopp brings him up right now. Eddie Howe buzzing with that. Of course, Jason Tindall, if he stood on his heels, turns around, he's in his face, he's high-fiving him. Big goal for Newcastle. They lead. Liverpool, they haven't looked too bad. Trent, however, has looked really bad.
Yeah. Daz saying, big up, who do you think will win? Welcome to the stream, by the way, Daz Reynolds. I think, who do I predict? I said Liverpool would win. Doesn't look too likely. That's a Liverpool win 1-0.
Right on cue, just at the bottom there. Gomez has been sent back to the bench. He's just been sent back out to warm up.
I was going to say,
Not looking
if
good.
Trent makes it past the half, he'll be a lucky
So
boy.
Gomez has been sent back to warm up. He's
Yeah.
down the far side there. That is
Matip, Salah. Liverpool looking to rectify that early error, though. I didn't know, stopping Salah in his tracks.
Karma, yeah. He should have been sent off. He shouldn't have really even been there to make the mistake.
Trent pulls Gordon's shirt there, second yellow. He did as well. He even tried to pull him back. He would have been off then, wouldn't he? Like, that would have been it.
Even off anyway, even if it wasn't on a yellow. Because it was from goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Gordon up against Trent again. He's standing off him because he doesn't want to get sent off.
Gordon through to Isak. That's a foul from Van Dijk, I would say.
He's got to go. If you're going to
Hang on.
you've got to go.
Ref.
He's gone.
Puts us back.
He's gone.
Van Dijk will walk.
Yeah, brilliant decision.
He can't believe it, but I completely agree. Isak spins him, and I think he found him.
Got
And
that
he's in
bang
the goal.
on. Ref's got that bang on. Brilliant decision.
It goes from bad to really, really bad, so even worse for Liverpool in this game. Virgil van Dijk is now off.
I like refs done well here.
VAR will have a look.
They will have a look, but the problem is, it is one of those where the actual foul is not a red card.
No.
If that's in the middle of the pitch, they might even get away with not even getting a card. But because of where he stood, Isak's through on goal, he doesn't shoot his legs up, it's a red card. If the ref gives the foul, he has to send him off, and that's the ref's
He's smart by red carding as well, because VAR could change it now, obviously, but if he didn't red card him, VAR may not have a look, but now VAR will
Really
definitely
good decision
check.
from John Brooks. He's had a tough day today because he could have sent off Trent.
I was going to say, he's had some big decisions to make.
Maybe this is made up for it.
Van Dijk hasn't left the field yet.
No.
Presumably hoping VAR will overturn it. John Brooks just running away at the moment. Liverpool players chasing him. So let's see a replay here. Isak.
Yeah, he takes him out.
I don't think he gets the ball.
No, he does not. He takes him out.
I think that says looks like he won the ball. Need a replay. What do you think now, Nick? Because I think
Oh, his foot. The problem is his foot takes the ball, but he gets the man first.
I think he trips up Isak and then kicks the ball on the follow through.
I see what you mean. No, you are right. He gets the ball, but he clatters through the man. You can't clatter through the man to get to the ball. Free kick and he's gone. VAR's kept it. Van Dijk's got to walk.
Van Dijk's just not leaving.
No, and if he doesn't,
He's now having words to the ref. Klopp's smiling, but not a lot to smile about, mate. Your team's in a mess.
He's seething.
It's all right, Pep Lindon's going to come up with a plan.
And to be fair to Liverpool,
He's still not gone. He needs to
he's got to
go.
go.
Someone needs to tell Van Dijk he's the captain.
He's got to hand the
hasn't he?
captain's armband
Just handed the
over,
armband over. He knows he's off.
And Newcastle fans, the whole of the stadium is waving to him. That must be a horrible feeling.
Wow. And the free kick in a great area here. He's very lucky.
Look at the Geordie.
Very lucky it wasn't another yard closer to goal, because that would have been that would have been a penalty.
But it's, I mean, Joe Gomez thought he'd become a right back. Looks like he's becoming a centre half, probably.
Penalty and red card super half. I don't think there's a pen, is it, Nick?
No, it's not a pen.
It's not in the
Free
box.
kick. Free kick.
I don't think the red card is super half.
No,
I don't think he won the ball. And it's a clear denial of a goal scoring
I'll tell you
opportunity.
what, these Liverpool officials got to be careful of. They should be booked. And Klopp did the right thing telling them to go down.
To get lost, because if not, they're going to pick up more than 2 games.
They don't need Pep Linders and random chubby bloke to get sent off as well. It's a red card.
He trips him up.
He trips
him up before he gets the ball.
The whole thing is, all you've got to do is look at his right foot. His right foot takes out Isak's and then wins the ball. It's a red card. it's a red card. I'm sure Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher on Sky Comms would probably talk about the Euros or angry.
Outside the box, snick-knack. Yeah, it is a free kick.
Outside the box. It's just the red card might be harsh, but it's
Gomez is now going to go on.
Yeah. It's one of those where if he's made the foul there, he has to walk. If he does that on the halfway line, it's fine. It's a yellow. But if you make the foul there, he's got to walk. Yeah. And the problem is, Liverpool haven't looked bad. But one defensive mistake from Trent, and now a Van Dijk red card, and they're a huge world of bother. Because if Kieran Trippier puts his top left, they're 2-0 down for half an hour, and down to 10 men. Big chance for Newcastle. Looks like Shaw might actually step up and take this one. Do you know what? Fabian Shaw looks like he's going to fancy this. I think he is,
He just smashes it home. The Gary Weisman saying Harry's terrified of the Geordie crowd. Finale! And that's a low-driven effort that's out for.
No, I just find it hilarious. Sort of waving at him.
Got a corner, I believe.
Yeah, dictator inspection.
Nick Knack saying clean tackle. Can't see much actual contact on Isak. Fantastic pass though. I disagree there, Nick Knack. No. I think he trips up Isak and then gets the ball. But yeah,
it's a red card.
I'm sure it'll be heavily debated. I think we already know what the topic of our podcast now is tomorrow. Look out for that on Wednesday. But yeah,
definitely a red card.
I think there's enough officiating stuff to talk about anyway. So
playing
well by Alisson.
Yeah, Liverpool in a big spot, were they? Did Joe Gomez get on the pitch? They still got something on. Oh, Alisson slipped. No.
Don't know who's kicking it to either. It's only Salah.
The rain has fallen as well.
Yeah, there's definitely some moisture on the field.
But like, if I'm Newcastle, I'm putting the ball on because they haven't got a centre half at the moment.
It's not red card, says Chelsea fan. Chat seems to be split then because I 100% think that's a red. 100%.
It's not. Don't think about the tackle. It's that the tackle is just a normal foul in the pitch. It's where it is. It's on the edge of the area. Isak's through on goal.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I'm surprised VAR haven't intervened. Well, to be fair, Nick Knack, it's probably that they don't want to send John Brooks over
because
it's his mate, and they don't want to send him near Klopp because Klopp will shout at him. And obviously, he's a ref. He can't handle that.
One of those things. It's one of those things. VAR. There's not enough. There's enough in it to give it. VAR only overturns it if there's reasonable cause. Yeah. But there isn't enough cause there to overturn it.
I personally think it's a good decision. I'm sure we'll see many debates from both sides of the argument over the next sort of week.
Inform Luis Diaz, who's going to be the one he sacrificed for Joe Gomez. That's harsh.
I think if you're switching to a 4-3-2 though, and you're going to have two strikers, Diaz doesn't operate in that role. But the fact that McAllister and Szoboszlai are still on doesn't make much sense to me because I don't think you upset the balance by bringing one of those off. But yeah.
And saying he is in brilliant form right now, I'd be fuming.
You're interested in what shape they resort to now because presumably there'll be a fallback still.
Yeah.
It looks like Szoboszlai sat a little deeper now with Endo, and it does look like the front two of Gakpo and Salah are having to create the width, and then it's McAllister in the 10 role. That's what it looks like to me. But yeah, Endo dropping in deep here. So I think with the DM, Liverpool able to build up better. It's annoying now that we won't actually get to see Liverpool play in the system that we'd expect. But for me, it was a red card.
I mean, for the tone, this is a massive opportunity to pick up 3 points.
Gary's annoying because that's ruined his FPL. Gary, do you have Van Dijk?
Well, I'm sitting there thinking, anyone who's got defenders, Liverpool defenders, either got Van Dijk and he's sent off, or they've got Trent who's been booked and had an error.
Yeah, so not many people are going to have Matip.
No.
I don't think anyone will have Robbo, so yeah, you've probably got the worst two. If you've got Newcastle players in your FPL team, you're laughing right now because down to 10 men, you'd expect Liverpool not to score, and down to 10 men, it's easy for Newcastle.
Which referee was it that sent off McAllister? I don't know, it can't be John Brooks because I thought it might have been.
I don't think you can do two matches from the same team. I'm not sure though. I'll have a look.
Especially after the last time he sent McAllister off, he got overturned.
Do you think that'll be overturned in the week?
No, it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. I'm saying that.
Referee was Thomas Bramall.
Ah, right.
Who red carded Alexis McAllister.
Gordon, Joe Linton.
Goes 1-2 with Burn. Now knocks it back to Botman. Shah.
Oh, great knock.
Ball in behind Trippier. Tries to put it in there to Gnarly, and that's out for a corner. Newcastle were protesting for a handball there, but I don't think there was anything in it.
Well, Liverpool will be hanging on now. So 1-0 loss. Newcastle are in complete control of the game, even mentally. Liverpool are all over the place. They're so riled that, when your teammate makes an error and then your other teammate gets sent off, you're bound to be fuming.
We did a vote on the red cards this Yellowstone. Yes, I know we can't put 2 polls in. So we like to keep the who will win one in there all stream.
Almiron!
Oh, what a stop from Alisson.
What a save onto the outside bar and tips it wide when it falls back down.
Can we put a poll on the Discord?
Potentially.
Let's see what
do it after the game, mate. Or do I do it now?
I'm going to see if there's an easy option to do a poll. If you've got like jump through 9 hurdles.
What a save, though. And he claws it behind as he hits the ground as the ball bounces in front of him again. Ball back in from Newcastle. Decent ball head over Gomez. Almiron has another go on the volley. That one is not as good, and that one's well wide. But no, dramatic start. Very exhilarating. 36 minutes here at St James's Park.
Hang on, I've got an idea.
An error from Trent and a red card for Van Dijk. Controversial, some people think so. I don't. But that's always been one of those. We've hit a good debate over it. What it was. But Gary's got Diaz. Who else has just been dubbed off? For Liverpool, anyone's got Trent, Van Dijk or Diaz he's in trouble. He's crazy. What a start. What a start to this game. Say start with 36 minutes in.
Yeah. Right, if you're on the Discord, I put out a message. Reply with either a thumbs up or thumbs down whether you think that was a penalty or not.
I know quite a few of you watching right now in the Discord. I think all of you might be.
There you go. I put there's reactions, so you can react on there, and we'll have a look at that in a minute.
Ball in, past everyone.
Yeah, if you want to get involved, that's one. We'll keep the who will win poll in chat. If you haven't joined the Discord, link is in the description, so get involved. Gordon. Bruno lifts it towards Joe Linton, punched away by Alisson. Now it's with Trippier.
He should shoot. Alisson's fine.
Almiron, touch, shoot, over the bar.
And man can't do anything to score. One wide, one over the bar, and one's brilliantly saved.
Yeah.
Now he is trying his best to find a goal. Could have looked at Tonali maybe. Had a bit more room.
Not bad though.
No, really good from Newcastle. I think as much as Liverpool done everything to give it to Newcastle, Newcastle still look good. Kloppy's fuming.
I like Gary's. I wouldn't touch Liverpool defenders with a 100-foot pole. No. They are a bit erratic. I mean, they conceded now in every game so far this season.
Van Dijk's been sent off.
Van Dijk hasn't
Even McCaffrey's been sent off. But don't touch Liverpool. And look,
well, with Canate out, who starts for Liverpool? Is it Gomez Matip?
Just they got next
Starting
week.
back too.
They get packed in.
We did look at this earlier, but we'll have another look.
I've forgotten.
They play Aston Villa.
I tell you what.
Back Ollie Watkins, ladies and gentlemen, because
In for Aston Villa against a back four of Trent, Robbo,
Matty Cash can have a field day.
I mean, yeah, it goes on this kind of four.
Good back another brace.
Yeah. And especially, they'll be red hot off probably battering Hibernian. It's good to see Joe Linton laughing with the referee there because he doesn't think that was a foul.
Banner with John Brooks. 7 minutes left of the half, and it's been an eventful first half. We saw that Trent could have been sent off. We've seen that Van Dijk has been sent off, which has been quite a controversial one. Give your thoughts on that in chat or in the Discord as well. But yeah, fascinating first half.
I mean, I get us thing. I think the other thing, even if you don't think the Van Dijk was a red card, if you add the Trent bit, Trent could have been sent off as well into that. If you add it all together, Liverpool should deserve to be down 10.
I think it was a red card though.
I think it's a red card. I think
there's a very strong argument that Trent should have been sent off after 9 minutes.
Yeah, they could have been down to 9 instead of 30.
But then Newcastle wouldn't be 1-0 up because he wouldn't have been there to let Gordon score.
No, it's a gaping hole. Or Joe Gomez. Either way, it's a gaping hole. Didn't run through.
Yeah, because that's that deep where they got 10 men.
But then when they're down to 9 men.
I don't think Van Dijk would have went through Isak.
That was bizarre. He's really off the ball.
It was unusually clumsy. Speaking of clumsy, Guimaraes just barreled into Endo.
fans, I'm the better DM, bang, he's at my street, come over to the Premier League. Okay, well, Endo, mate, come on.
Bruno's trying to kick it back. Oh, it's gone past him. Oh, Matip has taken it now. Gomez, Matip.
How good is Joe Gomez? Or should I rephrase, how very average is Joe Gomez?
I'll be honest, he's their backup centre-half.
And right back.
That's the thing, they haven't got another right back other than Trent.
Let's count Gomez is the back line, I guess.
Yeah.
But if Trent now gets sent off, what do they do?
But it's so baffling to me because Ivan Fresneda's just joined Sporting right for 9 mil.
Offside, Gakpo.
That's not a huge investment. He's a fantastic fullback. You could have picked him up for barely anything. Really bizarre to me. Joe Linton feeds it through to Gordon, who's got acres to work with, and it's now a 3-on-4 for Newcastle. They are down a man. A man less in attack, but still going forwards. Trippier on the overlap, receives the ball from Almiron. That's a bit of a ambitious one, that from Almiron. Trippier's done well, though, to hold on to the ball. Now trying to go back to Almiron. McAllister wins it back, though. Liverpool looking to break. Szoboszlai, what an option out wide right. Trent, though, sat inside. And obviously, given the fact they're only playing 2 up front, Liverpool really suffering from being down a man here. Gordon takes a swipe at Szoboszlai. He skips past
Newcastle. They keep just fouling people. It's like, you're up, man. What are you trying to do?
They're not getting thingy for any of it, and they're riling up an already frustrated Liverpool team.
Like Dan Burn shoved Szoboszlai for no reason.
But yeah, he's not going to get anything for that.
No.
Ref's not going to put it back for a free kick in a minute, but he is going to get under the skin potentially of Dominic Szoboszlai.
They're doing it every time. It's brilliant. So
and especially Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
Who seems already to be frustrated by general life.
I'm waiting for him to throw his hat on the ground.
Can't wait for him to blame how wet the pitch is.
Conditions weren't right today.
Yeah.
It's not fair that the fans sit in the sky.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he
surprised they saw the red card right there.
Complains about. Yeah.
I think Liverpool enjoying quite a bit of the ball here.
Yeah.
Good on them. They've got to stick at it, got to stick with it. So they're only, I think they're only a goal down. If they do score, they're back with everyone. A point away at Newcastle being down 10 for 60 minutes.
Here is Matip. Back to Alisson. And he goes long, looking for Dominic Szoboszlai. Botman brought down by Szoboszlai. A little push, and that is going to be a free kick for Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
And they come forwards now towards the end of the half. Trippier on this right-hand side carries the ball forwards, gives it now to Miguel Almiron. Now it's with Trippier, Almiron, Bruno Guimaraes, now to Shah, Tonali, knocks it to Botman, Burn, he moves it out wide into Anthony Gordon now. Bruno lifts it over the top, looking for Almiron. Isak, though, challenging it in the air. Liverpool dealing with it well, and then Joe Linton barrels over it.
And as he gets a yellow card, or at least taught him to. Just no need.
I don't think he's not picking up a yellow for that, surely.
It's his second.
I know, yeah, it's his second, but still not enough for a yellow, in my opinion.
No, John Bush just go chat with him. So that you can't do that. I see no Liverpool players, asking for him to book. It'd be booked because obviously under the new rules, you would book yourself. Says you're Trent Alexander-Arnold, you are running away as fast as you can.
Yeah. You don't even want the referee to think that you've complained.
A referee had Kieran Gibbs, also Chamberlain moment.
With Joe Gomez and Trent. Yeah. They do what looks somewhat similar. Do you think this is that the start could have been any worse for Liverpool?
They could have conceded again.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think the only thing's in their favour is only 1 goal down.
Salah.
That's a proof.
Now Robbo. Looks to cross. Endo. McAllister. Lovely play from McAllister, and he is pulled back there by Miggy Almiron. That will be a free kick for Liverpool.
Again, unnecessary from Newcastle. I don't know what they are doing.
I don't know. I feel like that was a bit of that was definitely a bit of a pullback, but McAllister kept going. It's only once he lost the ball that he wanted that pulled back.
Yeah, it takes some effort to score from here, but looks like
Feels like that's what Liverpool need right now is some sort of magic. Well, Trent could repent for his early errors. The yellow card, the conceding the goal.
Could have been sent off.
Could have been sent off indeed. Could argue he could have done something to cut out the run from Gordon that then led to Van Dijk getting sent off. But it's going to be Gakpo that takes it instead. Sorry, not Gakpo, Szoboszlai. And, well, he tries just to ping it on target. Hasn't come off. 4 additional minutes, by the way. We have had a couple of stoppages, including that of the VAR decision, where they did not overturn the decision to red card Virgil van Dijk.
Good.
Shah, Tonali. If you are enjoying the stream, by the way, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to share the stream with anyone you think would enjoy. If you know there's someone sat there watching the game by themselves, then share a link to this and let them get involved in the live chat. But yeah, hopefully the game continues as the absolute roller coaster that it's been so far.
So,
Matip.
yeah, you look back at that Diaz chance, the post saved. Things like that. Oh, that's a soft foul. McCastle in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Go Linton again.
I've also been told that if we hear a fire engine, it's because our road is flooded and they're pumping the water out.
That's what that noise would be.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, that's good fun. Good fun to hear that. We won't be. Imagine it's flood outside. We can't leave the studio. Stream all night.
That bit does flood it, doesn't it?
Stream all night, guys. Look forward to seeing you later for MLS, maybe.
Yeah, because we're stuck in here doing an all-nighter.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, it speaks volumes how much downpour we had.
Yeah, we heard it coming down. Yeah. Already a minute gone off the 4 additional.
Yeah, good after Newcastle. They want to hold their lead there because it is only a slim lead, despite the. You know, you think they're in a very comfortable position being a man up and a goal up, but all it takes in football is if Liverpool level and suddenly they can just park the bus and take a point.
Also, is it some sort of bank holiday tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, right, that makes sense then. I was going to say.
Why? What's going on tomorrow?
Just the National League have all their games kicking off at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And that would have left me a bit baffled if that was just a normal day. Because a lot of National League players won't be professional. At least some National League players won't be professional and they'll be having to play at 3 o'clock. Same for all of the sort of top divisions. The VNL North and South, the 7th tier, and the 8th tier as well, all playing at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, delivery now for Liverpool. Can they level up in this game? Trent. Ball in. Salah lets it run for his legs. He wants some sort of pen. But Dominic Szoboszlai tries to keep going. He somehow kept the ball.
Why isn't it always done really well? He's still got it.
McAllister. Don't know how on earth Liverpool self-possession. McAllister's gone down in the heap, but not really meriting a free kick. Tonali spins on the ball and keeps it. He's still going, Sandro Tonali here. And he draws the foul from Gomez, who doesn't think he's anything wrong, but he is wrong. Have you looked outside? No.
No, I can't see from here. I'll look in a minute when half times.
I'll have to climb out the window.
Have fun trying to get out that window.
I reckon I could.
I'm not going to try it. So.
Anyway. Not long left now of this first half. About 30 seconds or so. Newcastle just moving it around the back, waiting for the referee to blow his whistle at half time. Shah, Botman, now Burn. Newcastle still just moving it around slowly.
Very quickly.
It looks very quick, especially because it's jumping back and forwards. Joe Linton, Isak. One back by Liverpool. And sure, I tried to play it forward, cut out by Gordon out for a Liverpool throw. I can't imagine John Brooks want to play any longer. No, he doesn't. And no, he's just leaving it for Trent.
Yep. And then?
Wait a moment. Because they'll throw this and then they'll think, have you looked at the snorkel? This is really worrying to FC Catering. Thank you, though, for the warning. But yeah. Almost half time now, 15 minutes to gain some casual fire engine spotting. We won't see from it, but I want to know if outsiders flooded. Guys, it's Sunday afternoon activities. Yeah, once Harris managed to get out of his chair, we'll find out. But yeah. That is half time then. It's Newcastle 1, Liverpool 0. An eventful first half, which saw a red card for Dutch defender Virgil van Dijk.
We're fine.
Oh, we can leave.
Yeah.
Excellent. But yeah, 1-0 then to Newcastle at the break. Goal from Anthony Gordon. I forgot. It happened so long ago. So much has happened since. I forgot who scored for a moment there. But of course, Anthony Gordon, a opportunist. Opportunist? How can I not say that word?
Took an opportunity.
Yeah, he took an opportunity after Trent made a mistake and obviously buried it in the back of the net. Very good performance then from Newcastle so far. Liverpool, I don't think it could have got much worse, but they are only 1-0 down and they'll try and regroup at this half-time break. But yeah, thoughts on that first half then, Harry? Once sat down again.
Hang on. Yeah. So, it was terrible if you're a Liverpool fan. Wonderful if you're a Newcastle fan. Two very opposing halves. I mean, Liverpool, you couldn't have asked for a worse half. Trent should have been sent off in the 9th minute for a second yellow. Didn't get sent off, got lucky. They then conceded because he missed the ball. And then Van Dijk topped the half off for getting sent off.
You said they couldn't ask for a much worse half. Well, I mean, at the end of last season, they could ask for Tottenham's first half against Newcastle at this very stadium, of course, for them down the break. So, one that doesn't seem quite as bad, but obviously with the added caveat that Virgil van Dijk will no longer won't be able to take any further part in proceedings.
Did he get sent off Tottenham in that game as well?
Probably think we're getting himself sent off.
Romero got sent off.
Probably, it's Romero.
Could we see now 6-0 here in the second half?
I don't think so, because I think Liverpool will set up defensively now.
Yeah.
Rather than with Tottenham, where they just sort of
went, we're losing now.
Yeah, that's it.
Never mind, we'll try again.
They could definitely get the 3 or 4 though if Newcastle play at their top.
But they've got to up it because they're not playing well. Liverpool really look decent on their bad. I don't think Newcastle does. They've been all right, but I think they're in a. I think they're fine. They need to, they're taking their position as a luxury, and they need to be careful because it is only a 1-goal advantage.
Yeah.
And right now they're playing like they're 4-0 up and they've got 3 extra players. And they haven't. They've only got 1 and they're only 1 goal up. So they've got to be careful. Got to be careful.
Indeed. 20 votes in the poll chat, and I think it's starting to sway the way of Newcastle. 40% of you guys saying Newcastle. However, it's still close. 35% going for Liverpool, 25% going for a draw. So chat is very split.
Yes.
Obviously, we in the studio were split at the start.
Yeah.
Do you stick with your 2-1 prediction for Newcastle?
I'll change it to 2-0. I don't see Liverpool scoring now because I was just part of the bus.
Fair enough. I probably don't think that Liverpool are going to win 1-0.
No, really?
Don't think that's going to happen anymore.
Not over a single game.
I think it could be 1-0 Newcastle. I think that might have been all the goals we're going to see this game.
I hope not. Trent can miss a ball again. I'll get sent off and they're down 9 men and Newcastle will definitely win.
Yeah. By the way, chat, for any regulars of the channel, for everyone who loves tuning into our streams, just a little update for this week. We are live on Wednesday now. We said we were going to be live on Thursday. We've decided that since Villa are already 5-0 up, that game doesn't really matter much. Instead, we're going to be live for the Champions League qualification game between PSV and Rangers. Should be really good. Join us on Wednesday from 7:45.
Still live on Thursday.
Still live on Thursday for the Champions League draw. That should be a great one. We're live. I think it's a 5 o'clock start, so we're either going to be live at 4:30 or 4:45. I haven't decided yet. But look out for the stream page when that comes out. Either way, going to be a really interesting week of streaming. And obviously next weekend, I believe we've got a Saturday stream and a Sunday stream.
Have we?
I'll have to have a look.
Yeah, it's a big week. Huh?
Big week indeed. I will just double check that. But yeah, a lot of streams coming up. A lot of interesting games. I've forgotten what games are on the Sunday. Let's have a look. So we have, Brighton, Newcastle on Saturday, and then Arsenal, Manchester United on Sunday. And obviously we're into the internationals.
Yeah.
By this time next week, we'll be reaching the end of the 4 game weeks of the Premier League season already.
And when we're watching England,
it was only a week ago that we were going, oh my god, the Premier League is back and we're excited. Now we're already.
It feels like normal.
Already 3 games in.
Doesn't feel different. It doesn't feel like it just feels normal.
Yeah.
It's Premier League football. That's what it does. And I can't wait for next Thursday.
Put that on a t-shirt. It's Premier League football. That's what it does.
Rio Ferdinand. This is what he does. This is what he does. That boy is magic.
Yeah.
No. It's going pretty quickly. I don't like that.
No?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I want to go enjoy it. We're already after tonight. We're already 3 game weeks.
I think this season will feel really short because last season was so long.
Oh my god! Yeah, we took 2 months out to watch what probably the best football we've ever seen on the international stage in Argentina versus France. Why are you shaking?
Indeed, that was only a month to be fair, but what's wrong with Shay Giffen being on the team?
Shay Giffen and Andros Townsend.
Yeah,
I'd rather listen to me.
Better than Carragher Neville, though. Well,
This was the first yellow card for Trent, where he threw for throwing the ball away.
That's a bit of a silly one.
Yeah. And then
I'd argue that this is more of a yellow card than that first one.
he just clattered into Gordon. He had to go there.
Yeah. That should have been a second yellow. Ref was just feeling nice, I think.
Yeah.
I think if he catches him in the face, that's a straight, off you go. Not even a
He then
decision, really.
repaid the favour. Trent repaid the favour to Gordon by this time not fouling him and letting him through. Through on goal. Easy. Terrible error from Trent.
And a red card on composed
really.
You've never been the biggest fan of Gordon. Have you been impressed by his performances so far this season?
I have. Trent's made it really easy from today, but he has looked good. Pouncing on that chance there.
Because last season, he misses this shot, I think.
Yeah, again, you have to question Trent's defensive capabilities. And, Liverpool fans say, oh, he's good defensively.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I would push him up into midfield and bring in someone like Benjamin Pavard, personally.
Yeah.
I don't get why they don't do that.
Yeah.
Trent can't defend. That's a simple fact.
And then a lot of drama around this red card. I think it's a solid red card.
Again, though, Gordon, fantastic movement inside. Trent loses marker completely. He loses Trent completely. He's not even paying attention anymore, Trent. Great ball through, feeds it through to Isak, and if Van Dijk hadn't wiped him out, Isak probably would have got his goal, eh?
And I can see one argument of it, whether if that happens at Anfield and not St James's Park, does the ref give it? Maybe not.
It is a soft one. I don't think that's up for debate. It is a soft
think
one,
it is a
but
card.
it's a denial of a click on opportunity. Yeah. He doesn't get the ball. He gets a player first. I don't see how that is.
If Cody Gakpo does that,
he's
chasing Botman down for the ball in Newcastle penalty area, and he fouls him, that's an all foul. No card, nothing. But because of the position where Van Dijk does it, he fouls him. And if you give a foul in that position, John Brooks has no option whatsoever.
But if that's the thing, if he doesn't make that tackle, Isak is in,
2-0,
and he goes and scores because there's no other defenders around. And yeah, that's a motive safety, but you can't ever judge. You can't ever take that into consideration.
Yeah, Jamie Carragher trying to. You can already tell by his body position that he's protesting Van Dijk's innocence, and Chatterton's like,
of course he is. And I think the other two, obviously, ex-Newcastle players are arguing the other point. Guys saying Kane scored a pen by a match running parallel to this match. Well, they've already won the league then because Kane, pen. They've already won the league because Dortmund dropped points yesterday.
Unless Leverkusen pull off the unthinkable.
They've been really good. I'm really impressed by Leverkusen personally. Bayern are 2-0 up. Goals from an own goal from Felix Adukai, which doesn't help.
This is what frustrates me because that's an own goal or a penalty. It's exactly the same Man City today. I know Haaland missed his penalty, but Sheffield still gave away one. It frustrates you when little sides against big sides, or any team playing a big side, just gives them a cheap opportunity.
And they are now second, joint on points with Union Berlin, level on goal difference, but less goals scored.
Berlin are winning it.
I think Bayern will probably score 2 in the second half and then go to top, but yeah.
Probably score 17.
Leverkusen are joint on points as well, as are Wolfsburg and Freiburg, but they're the only teams all on a perfect record so far in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
But Dortmund obviously dropping points yesterday at Bochum. That's very disappointing.
They'll never come as close as they did last year. All they did was beat Wolfsburg last year, but no.
Yeah, Bayern bottled so hard towards the end of the season, and Dortmund bottled even harder, really.
So they started bringing 2 goals.
And this season, Bayern already looking really strong. I think they're playing a much more convincing brand of football. They were really poor against Leipzig. Let's not get that wrong. And I do think Bayern will be challenged this season because so far they have played Augsburg and Werder Bremen. They are not teams that are offering the challenge. This Saturday will be a really interesting one. They play Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's the same time as we're live for Brighton Newcastle, so we'll keep tabs on it. If anyone, and then Leverkusen after that, that'll be the really interesting one. But yeah, Gladbach I think will be interesting to see what happens there.
It will be. But they'll probably win it anyway because they do and they're dull. They're really dull.
No, a bit boring.
They are very boring.
But yeah.
Maybe City won't win it.
Maybe.
Could we have one year where Bayern and City just don't win it?
And PSG.
And
not Real and Barca.
PSG are never going to not win it. Where will PSG not win it? I know they didn't win it a couple of years ago, but that was a weird year. That one. Equally, they're looking bad this year. First 3 games, only won 1 game. Drawn 2. They're like 5th. They're rubbish. Washed. See what happens when you lose Lionel Messi?
Or PSG.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably be fine by the end of the campaign. It's going to take time for, bless you, it's going to take time for the new signings and Luis Enrique's Round of Football 2 adjust. Obviously, I think it's going to be interesting.
Down.
Yeah,
I've played seen
that would be so good. I think he's gone.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, he has.
He's gone off Saudi, which is a shock to
Who
nobody.
actually plays for them then?
PSG.
Does Mbappe? What are they doing at Mbappe?
Mbappe's back. I don't know if he's actually.
All right. That whole drama. Oh, he's training the B side. Oh, he wants to leave. Suddenly he's got a new deal and he's scoring loads of goals.
He's in the undesirables.
It's pathetic.
He's actually desired.
He is a pathetic human being. You know, it's a joke.
So if we look at their side that played against RC Lens, then Mbappe scored 2 as they won 3-1.
Exactly.
That was his first game back into the first team.
He's a pathetic human.
So he played on the left, essentially through the middle, Dembele on the right. They all had really good games. Midfield three, Wilson Warren Zaire-Emery, he's a really good player. Alongside Ugarte and Vitinha, that's a really exciting midfield three.
For me.
And then Hakimi, Marquinhos, Skriniar, Hernandez, Donnarumma and goal.
Mbappe, it's like, just grow some balls and leave. Stop doing this thing every somewhere. Oh, I might leave. Oh, I want to leave. And now I'm going to sign a new deal that gets me loads of money.
He can't leave PSG because they'll never accept a bid for him. And if he gets to any point where has a year left on his contract, if he gets to that point, then they will. Then if he decides he wants to leave on a free, they'll get to the point where there's a year left on his contract, and they will refuse to play him for that final season. So he's in a weird spot now.
Take a year out then.
He can't take a year.
I think he has to leave PSG if he wants to be the world's best player.
It's just Real have to put in a big offer. I think.
No, it's he for me. I will never consider him one of the greatest when he's out of Liga.
I mean, he's going to be 25, I think, this year. I want to say
he's wasting away in the French league. Don't get me wrong. He's done it on the World Cup stage, and he's done.
Yeah.
Well, he's done it.
He'll be 25 in December. So by the time, even if he was to make a move next summer, he'd already be 25. I mean, it's mental how many games he's played for PSG. Already 218 goals, 194. 218 games, 194 goals.
What a waste. It's a waste.
Yeah.
I think if you gave me how many seasons in the league on? If I played 280 times for PSG, I think I'd score at least one goal.
Yeah, did you say they took 5 points, by the way? Because they took 7.
What?
Well, they've got 5. How does that work? Oh, that was a friendly against Le Havre. I thought that was a league game that he scored in. No. Who they lose to then? So he's played 2 games and they won and drew, and they drew the opener to Lorient with no goals. You think they're with Mbappe, they'll be absolutely fine. Gonzalo Ramos started through the middle in that game. And they've got Ramos, they've got Lee, and they've got obviously with Mbappe. Now that's a really exciting attack for me.
It is. I just don't like them.
Yeah,
they're so dull. I mean, there's not much to talk about on what game we've
No,
it's because we know exactly what's going on in the second half. Newcastle is good. Put pressure on Liverpool. They might score 1 or 2 more, but the game.
The Liverpool can go against the grain and try to find a goal,
they
but
can't.
It's expose them too much at the back. Do you think there'll be any changes?
No. Well, it's Harry Kane's
Penalty.
Rubbish.
Never before have we seen the Bundesliga cut into the Premier League action.
Embarrassing from Sky.
But because there's an English flair there,
Kingsley Coman scored that penalty. You wouldn't have seen it.
Didn't see the first goal.
No. Pathetic.
But yeah.
That's what they do, isn't it? Well, interesting 45 to come then. Liverpool, it's going to be a long 45 for them. They've got to try and come up with something massive to stun Liverpool. Oh, no, we're not ready
Sky
yet.
got to another ad break. I don't know how they managed that one.
I thought we were ready to go. I was ready to go.
The players are ready to go.
Yeah. Cut back.
Anyway, we're going away now for the second half. Once Sky have finished catching in.
Yeah, money.
But yeah.
They realise they haven't shown this advert yet, so they need to get it in there. So you get their money.
We are approaching the end of the third game week of the Premier League season. It's a good start to the season. We're already starting to see the table emerge. City showing their dominance. They'll be the only team with a perfect
West
record.
Ham showing how they were really up there.
West Ham being really the surprise package. A team that has surprised you for the wrong reasons.
United are rubbish. I said they'd push City to the final game. It definitely looked crap.
They've still taken 6 points from 2 games though.
They have, I think.
I'd argue that Arsenal have. I mean, I know they've taken 7 points
Somehow.
but they weren't great against Forest.
No.
They weren't that good against who they played in the opening game.
Forest.
Yes. Who they play? That's who they played in the second match then. Palace. They weren't great in
Yeah.
that game either, were they? The Monday night game. And then they drew with Fulham. So I don't think Arsenal...
Fulham.
I don't think Arsenal...
Fulham are rubbish.
But yeah, we are now underway for the second half. Isak knocks it back to Guimaraes, and we are underway here at St James's Park for a second half of this Premier League game. I was going to look at where I put Arsenal in the table then, because I'm fairly sure I put them low. Like 5th, and everyone was going, oh, that's a joke.
Yeah, I think...
Yeah, I predicted 5th for Arsenal. I think that's fairly spot on so far. I think that may even be very generous, because I think Tottenham looks stunning.
And you think nailed on, Luton have looked rubbish.
Luton, yeah, haven't looked great.
Sheffield United look crap. Honestly,
Burnley haven't
burn them.
been that
Not
great.
Burnley. Burn Sheffield United.
Yeah, they threw away right at the end there. Who else was down there? I mean, Everton.
Burnley's tough. They've played 2 games against a really good Villa side, which they scored against.
Yeah, fair enough. Wolves, they've looked pretty pathetic so far.
Again, expected.
I mean, they've got 3. They've got 3 points, and they all came when they beat Everton. But they did look decent against.
Oh my days!
United.
Matip get away with one there. Joe Goins bailing out Joel Matip. That's not a sentence I thought I'd say today.
Brentford has surprised me. I thought they'd struggle for goals more.
Yeah, Vissa and Brentford. Surprise loss yesterday. Draw, sorry. To Palace. Palace look so old.
But Palace should. I think Palace should have taken something from the Arsenal game. And then other than that, they drew with Brentford, which was a bit of a shock. And they beat Sheffield United. So I think they've done everything that was required so far. They are going to be in trouble if they lose Elise, but he's just signed a new contract, hasn't he? So I think they'll be fine now.
This is good from Gordon.
Isak.
Is that
That's
a
a
penalty?
save from Alisson. He's sacked down, but he gets up to his feet now.
He didn't think it was one. I thought it looked quite convincing, to be fair.
But for me, West Ham are the only one that's really shocked anyone so far. The fact that they've been able to
Brighton
take
should
10
have got
points.
9 points.
They should have been. But that's Brighton, though, innit? They're so inconsistent.
And Chelsea shouldn't have lost to West Ham.
Yeah, and then they're on 7.
Basically, West Ham should have nothing.
Chelsea really should have got a win against Liverpool. So
We just cut back. Gakpo's on the floor and so's Bruno. Tonali's hurt his wrist as well. Wow. And Gakpo. Oh dear. Cluster of bodies. Gakpo, Bruno, and Tonali kind of tripping over each other. Not ideal for any of the 3 that fell on the floor. Will be a Liverpool free kick though. Their best chance of getting back in this game is scoring early on the second half.
Yeah, it is. They got a chance here. Deep free kick could make something happen. Don't know why Matip's making a
I don't know what's going
crazy
on with
run.
Newcastle. Because they should be, it's been control.
They've looked very meh in this
Yeah.
game, haven't they? But they are 1-0
They do just look a bit flat.
Against City, they were the worst side. I think City,
Yeah.
that's no surprise. City are very good. Against Villa, they looked excellent. So maybe they're going to win the Champions League.
Maybe. You sort of good they go.
Well, join us for Thursday.
Yeah.
Bruno. Trippier. Now back to Shaw. Back, says Gary. Welcome back, mate.
Oi, mate.
Yeah. Gary, you excited for the Champions League draw on Thursday? You might actually... Well, it is 5 o'clock a good time for you, Gary? Are you able to tune in? Sounds like it's probably not.
I'm
reckon that's middle of the night, yeah. How was your half-time break? Did you pop your head outside? Harry went and had a little look.
It's nothing. It's completely dry.
Seems to completely dry.
The ground's wet. There's no like bogged water or anything.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna drown. Don't need
It's
to
only
spend
because
anything.
the bit outside the door does flood. Something. It might have flooded like before I looked. Probably did. To be fair.
I've gone under the studio now. We're buoyant and we've bobbed something we don't even know.
There's a beehive over there. I understand.
Oh, brilliant! Maybe it's flooded them out.
Hopefully.
Look at that. There's gonna be loads of soggy bees.
I love bees. I
or
don't like
angry
when they're
bees.
buzzing around the floor.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a bee meeting site under there, because loads of bees go under there.
5 isn't too bad. Midnight here. All right, Gary. Well, if you are around on Thursday, do join us. We'll be live.
That was hit it, caught at the wrong line. It bounced up as he went to shoot.
Basically now, innit? Yeah, Gary. Well, yeah, if you are around, join us live for the Champions League group stage draw.
So what do you do, Gary? Do you go to sleep late and wake up early? Or I guess it just depends on what time it is.
You just not sleep.
Because if I was you, like most, I'd like go to sleep really early and wake up.
Maybe work night shifts.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect time.
To be fair, maybe it's the weekend, isn't it? So probably could be nocturnal for a bit to watch the footy.
But also, I guess if you've just always adjusted from UK time, your body might not be. You might actually be used to UK hours.
Everyone else in Hong Kong's having their dinner
Yeah.
and he's had his breakfast.
He's going mental over like a last-minute winner in the World Cup.
Someone should have buried that.
He should have. He's really struggled. He should have scored today. And okay,
That's what I don't back him in FPL. I don't think it will do what he did last season.
Taps are flying left, right, and centre. And now
And it's ball back for a foul on Alexis
He's
McAllister.
shown a piece of yellow paper and his name will be written on the back. And
It's
that's
sort of squarish. It's not paper. It's not be flimsy. Yeah, a rectangle is sort of squarish, isn't it?
it's a rectangle. Though. It's like saying a circle is kind of oval.
Yeah, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. It's an oval. It's not.
I'd say actually an oval is kind of circly. Anyway,
It's like a bike.
Robertson. It is, or like a IndyCar circuit.
That's on later.
It is. I don't think it's the Indy 500 though.
No.
No.
Broom.
Van's fallen over the ball,
He's so good.
but he's alright. He fell over the ball and your response is he's so good.
He just baited everyone.
He pretended to fall over the ball and then just turned around.
He's like a double act.
There's two of him.
Oh, imagine that. To the damn burn. You'd be laughing.
If it was funny, you would, yeah.
Maybe one would be laughing and one wouldn't, because there's two of them.
But yeah.
Shah moves to, I think Shah's, we're interested in Shah and Trippier swap round momentarily here, just to knock the ball round to each other.
Yeah. Maybe Shaw went for a bombing run forward.
Pope's coming at centre half.
What? Now Botman, Burn.
It's like City style
Back to
this, you know,
Botman.
using Pope as your other centre half and Pittle moving around over.
And I think Shaw just burst forward, so Trippier's slotted in at centre half for a bit rather
Good
than
for
them being
Tonali.
exposed.
Not so good for Tonali.
Robertson's got it back, and I imagine now they've recovered. Yeah, Trippier steps forward, makes a tackle, and Robertson's run himself into his manager.
And he took him out. He would have hit his head on the bottles.
My job is 10 to 6-ish, so I can manage later nights. Yeah, that sounds like ideal, Harris. 10 to 6-ish. Leave when you want.
Oh, Joe Linton with the acrobatics there. He fell over as he was trying backwards to win the ball, so he should have roly-poly.
Wake up a bit later. Yeah, fair enough, Gary.
Yeah, it's quite handy. Get a lie in and you can't kind of get off quite early.
Yeah, 10 a.m. Start for work.
Not job, could possibly do. Any job really, I guess.
Oh, so their working day may start later than
Yeah, true.
in England.
Oh, like if you're a builder, you're up earlier. You know, get up the site at 7 o'clock.
You hear them
Yeah.
in the mornings. Trippier.
I think they can do whatever they want during a high vis vest.
Oh.
Legally,
Don't think that's what it is. You can. If you put on a high vest, you can walk
Honestly,
into anywhere.
If you walk into an event with high vis vest,
I reckon if you stick out high vest on, you could walk into Buckingham Palace and nobody would question it.
yeah, they probably would do that.
No, I don't know, would.
But like, if I rocked up to a, like, I just look like a football steward. I just
Yeah.
walk in the ground.
No one questions it.
No.
Like,
Festival.
yeah.
I'm security.
Well, there they would, because you'd have to go through security. So they go, well, no, you're not. We're security.
I'm testing how secure my security is.
Yeah, then, yeah.
Security. Almiron runs himself down a rabbit hole a bit then. Falls
Yeah,
backwards.
shops here, aside from banks, don't open till like 10, 11. They stay open late instead. Yeah, I guess it's just a
I think
different...
it's smart.
Well, so they're almost adjusting, so they're a bit more in time with us, of course, I'm
I
guessing.
suppose.
But it makes sense, because
Gordon.
you could just have a later day.
And unlike here, rather than get the mad rush of old biddies at 8 o'clock, getting so they get the bargains and things like that, you just get like a couple of people
like-
just strolling around at midnight.
Obviously, in Spain, they have it, but they often eat very late at night because it's very hot in the day, so they'll have a siesta
So much better.
in the middle of their working day. I
We
mean,
have a nap. We get a bit tired on the weekend, have a nap.
well, we don't work hard anyway, so nobody needs one. Well, no one needs a nap at an office job.
That road must be really flooded because I can still hear the fire engine getting the water out.
I'm not going to leave. They're not going to leave the water. Might as well have it. Go for out of fire with that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they do. That's
Exactly.
they recycle water.
Smart. Or maybe they're setting fire to the water so it
Imagine
evaporates.
4,000's burning down there to see, make sure our road isn't flooded. For the 3 people that use it. Gordon, Joe Linton, this is good football for Newcastle. They need a second goal for security. We only had 10 minutes this second half yet.
Yeah, Gary's saying, I've always hated how things in England close at 5. How on earth is a normally working person supposed to get anything done after work? Yeah.
They expect you to go really early in the morning beforehand.
Shops are chaos at the weekend.
Yeah.
Pure bedlam. Try and go to Tesco on a Saturday, that is a death sentence.
Which is why I think the tip
You'll
of
go
England
in at 12 and it'll be 2 when you
on
leave.
a weekend is to go at lunchtime.
Because all the pensioners have gone
And
to
like,
bed.
Yeah, but like, you think people, like families will usually have like strict lunchtime of like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I was saying that's what office hours should be everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, Gordon, Joe Linton. Flying forwards, Gordon to Gnarly.
Oh,
and it's a
his
foot
feet.
touch.
No, so only had 35 minutes to go in this game. That is long.
But yeah. I have the same thing as Gary waking up late, well, staying up late. We're trying to get more into NFL this season. I've always been a bit of a passive fan of it, but I'm going to actually try and watch some more games this year. Usually, usually I'll keep up with it for a bit and then just watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, need to watch that.
You fell asleep after the first.
Always fall asleep. Last time, I fell asleep at half time. I missed the half time.
You were asleep by the first quarter.
Okay, yeah.
You'd gone to bed by after. You'd got up to bed. You were done by half time.
I think we don't usually plan it out. Usually we go, oh, Super Bowl's on in a couple of days. Okay, we'll try to start for it. I won't. If I plan it out like 4 nights before, I'll sleep.
Tactical nap.
Yeah.
Throughout the day.
Like we do say no, because I've got to sleep at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. so I can be awake to Super Bowl at 3 a.m.
Gary says, feels like Newcastle taking their foot off the pedal a bit. It does, yeah.
It's just surprising because Liverpool, all it takes is Liverpool to get one chance. It's 1-1.
Should really press for a second and put this game away.
It feels like they're 3-0 up. You're bang on, mate. You're bang on.
Even we've already stopped paying attention.
But yeah,
Now it's Andrew Chinese
I'm
flying
saying,
forward, so players on the left, slides it across. Well, Trent does that more often.
Do you know what? Trent is
a liability.
He's not good defensively. I don't know who ever thought he was a good right back. He's not. What's he doing here? And he scored no goal.
He didn't though.
Gorgeous.
That's the crucial bit.
Bruno from range. That is about to hit me on the head. That has gone miles wide. Come for the effort, stay for the miss. Double change for Liverpool. It is Diogo Jota and Harvey Elliott, and they will be replacing Alexis. No,
Endo's coming off.
Endo. That's the end of his game.
And Cody Gakpo.
It's hard to judge how he did because for Liverpool, the game completely changed since Van Dijk was in.
But he didn't look out of his depth. Hasn't made mistakes. He's looked calm on the ball. So
I still don't think he touched the ball.
Elliott and Jota are on, by the way. So a bit of a change there. Going a little bit more attacking. Endo off. So midfield, Szoboszlai, Elliott and McAllister.
Get ran through. This is where Liverpool now.
Don't get round for this walk. Just stroll through it.
I don't think he could get on all fours and just crawl through it and it'd still score. That is a good. Now Newcastle's opened the floodgates. Where has that gone?
Gary says Trent has never been good defensively, but his attacking prowess was enough for people to overlook his deficiencies. Now he can't attack or defend. The problem for Trent is he hasn't adapted well as Premier League football has really changed. When Liverpool were dominant in 2019, 2020, and that sort of period, the reason they were so good is because their gegenpress style was so difficult to combat.
Yeah.
Because they would just pile so much pressure on that. It doesn't matter if the fullbacks are because the other team aren't going to get out. And even if they do, you'd think that Van Dijk and Matip, wasn't it at the time, would be good enough to deal with the striker. And that's ultimately why Watford obviously scored and broke their record of stopped them going invincible because his Marcel was able to get him behind. But yeah, so they were so good at that time. Now, though, because there's so many other good pressing teams, like Newcastle, City, Brighton, the likes, Arsenal, of course, last season especially, it's meant that Liverpool are now getting opened up a lot more, but even the smaller sides have become really good at pressing and really good at breaking teams down, but also being compact in defensive areas. So I think as the quality of the league has progressed, I think every team now is fairly competitive, bar maybe Luton and Sheffield United, I would say. Every team could beat every team, I'd say, on their day at least. I mean, you'd obviously still expect City to win every game. You still expect Liverpool would beat someone like Forest. But I think they're close enough now that's not unbeatable. And that means that if there's any complacency or any errors for Liverpool, it's not just, Salah's already scored 5. It's, we've lost then.
I mean, just to add, Liverpool have only made 18 passes in these first 15 minutes this half. That's nearly a pass a minute.
Yeah.
That's his shot. I know the man down, but come on. That corner's headed away.
And partially, Liverpool don't have the squad to exploit Trent's crosses, long balls anymore. No, I mean, obviously Firmino was great at converting them, wasn't he?
Nunez is rubbish.
Yeah.
Gakpo is not.
Nunez is rubbish. But yeah, they don't have that. And also, as I say, Premier League has developed. You can't throw both your fullbacks forward and be fine, unless maybe you've got a DM that can sit in at midfield. But yeah. It's interesting how football develops and how I think it's developing a lot quicker now. I think that's why we're seeing less big periods of dominance. No City have dominated. You could say dominated over the last part of the decade, but that has been broken up by wins for the likes of Chelsea and Leicester and Liverpool. But yeah.
Half an hour to go.
Elliott, McAllister. Here is Matip. Szoboszlai, Salah. Especially as the Premier League is developing a lot quicker than other leagues. I mean, look at the Bundesliga. They haven't had a different winner for about 15 years. Spanish League, they've only had 3. In like for a while now, they've only had Barca, Atleti, Real.
Yeah. What's that? What, Dortmund in 07?
Dortmund in 13, no?
13?
Klopp.
Oh yeah, it's 10 years then.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago. Lots happened since then.
Yeah. I think people complain about City's dominance. It's actually the most competitive league in most of Europe. I think Ligue 1 is the only one that really challenges it. There's most different winners. I know, it's mental, but if you think about it, Lille, a couple of years back, they had... Who else won it recently?
Must.
No, not Must. Did Lille win it again? I can't remember. I have to look.
Honestly, I don't know. It's really strange. I'm just bored of City winning all the time. Bored of Bayern winning all the time. Bored of PSG. I want to see some difference. The way Wilson and Lascelles have been sent to warm up for Newcastle.
Yeah, you had Monaco in 2017 and Lille in 2021. Are the only two, but compared to leagues compared to other leagues, that is quite difficult. Serie A, I think, has had a few different winners, hasn't it? I know Juve won it loads.
I think the difference with PSG is not because how many times they've won it; it's because how they win it. They comfortably win it by 11 points.
It's the fact that there is such a clear difference in quality. It's not because it's been earned; it's because it's been bought. You know, Bayern, there is that sort of, as much as people hate them, it's like fair enough, they are very good. But with PSG, it's just they've bought the three best players in the world. Of course, they're going to win.
No, but even things like they just buy the best players from other teams, like Bayern. Who have Leipzig got? Who have Dortmund got? Let me go get. I
think that's a bit of a myth. I agree with that they buy players from the Bundesliga, but I don't agree with like Dortmund. I think they've only signed 5 in the last
Guerrero this year,
20 years.
Lima, Sommer. They've just got to sign the best players.
Yeah. But it's just a smart strategy, the fact they can do that. But yeah, if you look at the Serie A, Napoli, Milan, Inter, Juve, all in the... I mean, Juve did win it for like 10 years before that, but the last 4 years there's been 4 different winners.
This year it could be Roma or Fiorentina
probably be
Atalanta.
Juve again.
No, it won't. Juve are rubbish.
Probably will.
They're not.
They are currently drawing with Bologna, though, but they've only played 23 minutes.
Well, they're still drawing.
Napoli.
Gordon on a drive. Gordon on a drive. Gordon on a drive. But that shot was
put he's
wide.
driving off a bridge.
Yeah.
Did not reach his destination.
No.
Got stopped by the police.
The nearest possible moment.
Sat-nav's broken.
Yeah.
He had an applause, though, for his
Definitely
drive.
drives an Audi. Yeah, it's off balance a bit when he went to shoot. He should have curled it into the top corner there rather than firing it.
Salah. Szoboszlai.
McAllister's a deep with playing in midfield three, and they've lost the ball again there.
Well, yeah, it's no surprise. Look at who they're playing in midfield. Tonali. Loads of space to exploit. They're just walking. Newcastle are literally walking through Liverpool right now.
Burn thought he could have a shot. Dan Burn thinks
making bursting runs forward.
I'm so annoyed I didn't see him. Does Guimaraes fancy a go? No, he doesn't.
Trippier looked like he might deliver.
He don't fancy a go. Does
I
Bruno
think
fancy
the head of Isak was waiting there.
Does anyone fancy a go? Who wants to go?
Back to Botman. Now Burn.
Botman.
Gary's saying, I guess it's one perk of the lower leagues. You can't have one team win consecutively because they get promoted out of it. Well, unless they keep going up and down, like Norwich over the last sort of, like Norwich and Fulham, I think, won the Championship 5 consecutive years in a row, like something like that. They've both kept yo-yoing up and down from the Prem.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as you avoid stuff like that, you do tend to be right there, Gary. But actually, you have a situation where teams coming down from the league above are so much better. Like, you look at the Championship this year, Southampton, Leicester, Leeds, all really, really good teams.
Southampton, Leicester.
Leeds still beat an Ipswich side that were top of the league.
Leeds have been crap.
They have. They've started slow, but they'll be up there.
Well, I don't know.
I think they will.
Interesting.
Depends whether Gononto and that stay, but it looks like he will now because I think he got an offer from one club and he rejected it. Can't remember who it was. But it was someone like Burnley or something. Don't think it was Burnley, but it's someone like that. Anyway, Trippier. No, it was Everton, that was it.
Ball in,
Understandable, really.
bottom heads wide.
Because they'll be back in the Championship in a year's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he will play with Leeds now. I think he was pushing for a move to like Man City, Willie Gononto, but it hasn't exactly materialised. But yeah, 25 minutes left then. I think most FPL fans with Newcastle defence, they'll be happy.
But
they'll be a bit nervy.
Burners, Nelly, well chuffed. They know they're going to score.
If they do, they've probably got Salah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Speaking of, here he is, and he plays it the Jota. Who looks like he's doing quite well here.
He's it through. Salah!
It's
blocked well.
Botman.
Very good defending from
Sorry, but Newcastle making this so easy and making this much easier for Liverpool. How have they not put them to the sword? How have they not scored 3 or 4? It's beyond me. You know, scoring early on in around 20th minute, and Liverpool getting sent off in 28th minute, and you haven't taken advantage of that. That's really poor. It's really poor from Newcastle. And could they be punished from this corner?
Ball in, punched away by Pipe. But yeah, I agree with the thought that they haven't done as well as they should have today. But yeah.
Callum Wilson's going to come for Newcastle. Could cause some problems.
I mean, yeah, potentially.
I mean, Isak going to be annoyed that if Isak doesn't score soon, it's going to be a blank.
This is ridiculous, says Gary. Newcastle needs to put this game away.
Yeah.
There's a chance to throw us away, you know. There's a chance that Liverpool get a goal.
I really hope not.
But yeah. And this is why I don't think they're able to compete with City this season. Not only because they can't compete with City on the pitch, seemingly.
Who is that?
Newcastle.
Oh, yeah.
But also because they look like they could bowl. If they keep this, if they hold this, then, ignore that point. But if they do end up bowling today...
I can't hear you.
Difficult.
Liverpool fans.
Maybe the Liverpool fans aren't really
what a chance. Then look at them. Look at that. How do they think they're going to be heard up?
There's 3 stands. There's 3 stands between them and the pitch.
Yeah.
Guys says, where are the other viewers? I feel like I'm checking myself here.
I don't know where they've all gone. Nick Nacho's fan has disappeared.
Regular's not involved today, I guess.
And everyone else who fancy the chat.
Gary, if you're putting stuff in the chat that we can't see, well, how have you done this?
He's talking to himself. He just put space. How's Gary done that then? Can I see it on here? No, it's just darkness. Or lightness, depending on what mode of YouTube you're using.
Mm-hmm. If you are using light mode, that is so
yeah. Anyway, there's just... I mean, Google, I can understand it. I use Google light mode, I think. What?
Nothing.
No, Google's fine. Because you don't really use...
Google's fine. I use Google a lot less. I've in dark mode.
But if you use...
Yeah, let's stay still here. Good.
Yeah. If you use YouTube light mode, you should be locked up forever.
It's like, yeah, I use Twitter dark mode, Insta dark mode.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense.
Or not. Who?
That's kind on the eyes.
Especially if something, you've got an emergency at 3 AM and you need to go onto YouTube.
Well, don't get me wrong. Things like, I think WhatsApp's probably in light mode. Probably because I haven't been bothered to turn it dark. I don't use it enough. You don't text anyone. Why do you have WhatsApp in dark mode?
Just in case.
If I send you a message, I don't get a response. What's the point?
I get loads of emergency calls at 3 AM. I don't want my eyes to be blinded. So if you don't use dark mode, you're a strange person. Like, Discord was the first one I think that I started realising people were weird for using light mode.
I feel like if I use light mode, I just get headaches all the time.
I think it's more as a night thing. I don't want to be using something at 1 a.m. being blind. Not I'm using.
To be fair, some people may not use any device in the evenings.
They might. Might not.
Leave it downstairs. They go.
I only use it if someone over. I don't really use. No, I don't. Play Football Manager. Good header.
Yeah, FM doesn't have a light or dark mode.
No, it just has a purple mode. Love it. If you're one of your club colours is white and you score and the bit of the text at the bottom is mental. Under a bit of pressure here. It just goes long.
20 minutes left here then. Yeah, Gary's saying what kind of psycho uses Discord in light mode.
There are some people out there that do it, and they should be locked up forever. Put in a psychiatric facility.
I'm just triple checking that mine is in dark mode. Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd never talk to you ever again. Well, this is just gonna. It feels weird because I was about to say this is just gonna peter out, but I feel like the game doesn't peter out for 20 minutes. If not, it's gonna be very dull. Maybe
and a double change. I think Tonali is one of the players coming off.
He is not used to the Newcastle ever, is he?
Barnes and Wilson are the two coming on. Yeah, it's
Isak's coming off.
It's
Yeah,
Isak.
he's going on to the left.
And Gordon, I think.
No, he's not. Yeah.
Isak coming off, and I believe Anthony Gordon for Wilson and Barnes.
There's a change for Liverpool as well. Liverpool. I didn't quite see who it was or what number it was coming off.
Gordon off and Barnes on. And then for Liverpool, we'll find out in a second. Oh, the Longstaff's coming off as well, so loads of changes are happening.
That's what the board went up for.
So Tonali is coming off for Longstaff.
Yeah, I saw the board go up the third time. I thought it was a level change, but it wasn't. It's Robbo standing there taking a throw, I believe. Tonali, he did alright. Isak did alright. Gordon looked really good. And Sean Longstaff is on to replace the Italian maestro.
Stallion.
Yeah, it was much better.
Yeah.
It's midfield maestro.
I haven't had a proper Italian stallion in the Prem since Graziano Pella. He was amazing.
Doing Schumacher, he was rubbish.
He wasn't great. But I don't think that's the Prem's fault or his fault.
It's West Ham's
I think that's Boyce's fault. The fact is, the footballers, where's Antonio? Smack it long. And then now it's
just one from a corner because all our defenders are 7'3".
West Ham this season is just Antonio's big enough to just throw it onto the floor.
First goal,
and then
Wall Prowse kick. Second goal, Wall Prowse corner onto our 7'4".
And it works because Antonio is just.
Third goal, we get the ball to Antonio and let him run through.
Well, Antonio's just so strong that you have to foul him in order to stop him, and then you get a free kick and Wall Prowse just fucking goes wow, it's top corner. There we go.
Corner. What's that? He's just managed to pinpoint it on
Aguard's head.
Or Kurt Zuma or Ogbonna. They're all 6'7". It's mental. That is a great touch, Ron.
The guy's like the tallest man, so he could just stand there, doesn't even have to jump.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm impressed with that, Gary. I've never really seen someone write down the word oomph.
Where?
Barnsley brings a bit of oomph. I've never seen it written down before. I think that is right. I think that's right. I've put it on UPH.
I don't think it's in the dictionary, is it?
Yeah.
Guys saying looking like he'll be Newcastle super sub this season and La Chicharito in days past.
Oh,
Chicharito.
Yeah, sorry. I thought it meant Newcastle player.
No. Newcastle have never had Chicharito.
Chicharito.
Yeah. I like it as well that have you seen Wilson and Antonio talking about Richarlison on a podcast?
Yes.
And then someone was like, why on earth is a guy who scored 3 goals in the league last season and a guy who's bench striker at Newcastle talking about Richarlison? But yeah.
It's crazy. Imagine that happened back in the day. You got
Oh, that's so smart from a Newcastle fan.
They've
thrown an extra ball on the pitch so Liverpool going forwards was thinking.
Up the Judies. 16 minutes. How is there still 16 minutes of football left in this game? Look at Jason Tyndall. Why is he still?
Plus additional time.
Oh, they got add on 17.
As close to being in the box as you can be without being in the box and getting a booking.
Oh my days. I need to see a goal.
Shot's gone down in the box. He's saying he got his ear pulled and
he didn't get his ear. He's like, John Brooks, get back, you twat. Never a penalty. It's called muscles, mate. Get in the gym.
Who's Jim?
Butcher.
What?
Yeah. Use like a bit of meat as punching bag. Get some muscles in.
Right.
Here's Botman. Here's Pope. Here's the Pope.
Don't think he's in goal.
Yeah, brilliant.
Lays into the path of Longstaff. Lets it run to Almiron. Though
Klopp
bursting
is
forwards now
unit.
come Newcastle. Almiron.
Brilliant.
Switches to come inside.
Oh,
Oh, a great
okay.
effort just comes off
What does
the
that
outside
matter?
of the post.
What does that man have to do to score a goal?
He doesn't have to do anything. He's Jack Grealish calling him shite again.
Yeah. He's at the post. He's had one spectacularly saved by Addison. He's had one put one wide. He's put one over the bar. Everything he does today just doesn't go in the back of the net. Brilliant drive from the halfway line. Skins Joe Gomez. What a surprise. And Allison's beat. He just couldn't beat the far post. And it'll be a Newcastle corner as the ball's in thumped out play by Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Trippier got bored and went for a jog.
Yes.
And now he'll take a corner. Once he's done doing up his pulling his socks up.
Any time
Approaching the end of the game.
Yeah. No, it's Spalding.
Not a bad delivery either. Joe Linton across goal. Jota deals with it.
Jason Tyndall's up and down the line, get the ball. Of course he is.
Almiron.
He's such a melt. Like, why is he there?
And now, Jarrell Quansah and Darwin Nunez are the two subs that Klopp will use to finish this game out.
Trent coming off, Gomez to right back, Quansah in the middle.
So Jarrell Quansah will make what I
Bizarre.
believe is his Premier League
And
debut.
Catastrophe Nunes.
So going for the game. They're going for... Really going for the match.
What Jared Quansah's on?
Matip's off.
Matip.
So Quansah will
Why are you subbing
go
off
into the
Matip?
back two.
What is going on?
And Nunez, who's this Quansah player? I never heard of him. Young centre half. He's great on FM. Trust.
And you can pick him out in non-leagues and that.
Yeah.
Really.
Really good player.
Jarrell
And he's like 6'5".
Quansah.
You just stick corners on him and they go in every time. He's huge.
Jarrell Quansah.
Sure.
He is massive. Will he score today? Who knows?
Trippier.
Oh, tricky for trips.
Applying the pressure now. Nunez. Pope lifts it towards Wilson, who battles with Gomez for it, and then Quansah clears it away.
Wilson's like, what should I do?
Nunez looking more and more like a budget Zlatan.
He's I look at players like Werner and Havertz, and they were hounded immediately. Mudryk obviously getting it now as well. At what point does it come where Darwin Nunes considered a flop? I think he's already a flop.
I don't think he's a flop.
I think he's a flop.
How did he get last season? 12?
It did actually. Oh God, he scored 12. Who let him score 12?
Have a look. 9.
He got 9.
That's still a decent first Premier League
Right.
season. He would have wanted to get 10, but
That's a great ball. And Nunes brings it down.
considering he only got
Till Dan Burn clobbers him into next Tuesday.
9 starts,
So then
19
he played
saves
through Harvey
Barnes
Barnes.
in behind. What a play across to Wilson, but Wilson went too early.
What?
And he put the
What's
ball in the air.
Wilson
Wilson's
doing?
all over the place. Wilson's annoyed, but he went too early, and Barnes, I think, now communicating that.
Missed opportunity for Newcastle. This game is opening up with 12 minutes to go. Here come the Reds. It's Watchalong. He's slowed it down a lot more than I thought he would. I got really excited and now he's stopped.
Do you think that Klopp is losing patience with Nunez? He's not started a game yet this season, or lost trust in him, maybe, not patience.
I think Klopp's losing patience generally. Generally, like today, he's looked furious.
He looks like he needs a break. He's not. He's coached
Yeah.
the same team now for 9 years.
It's got to the point now. He knows them so well he can get annoyed at them. It's like you don't like to get annoyed at people who you don't really know. Like you could easily get annoyed at someone you don't really know. If it's like your mate, you do a bit more tolerance. But
You reckon?
yeah, I think so.
You shout your mate, they're going to tolerate it better than if you just shout a random bloke in the street.
No, I think if your mate is doing something stupid,
Yeah.
there's more chance. Or your mate says something you don't like. It's less
I
chance
don't
you
know.
get annoyed
I
at
think
him.
when a mate shouts at me, I'd go, okay. But if like a bloke in the street shouted at me, I'd be terrified.
Nah, but if I said, so if someone, I don't know, never mind, it's a bad example. Joelinton's down again. This is concerning for Newcastle. Every time this man gets injured.
I don't think he's injured. I think he's just taking his time.
Wow.
He just rubbed his knee there.
Oh, my knee.
I always remember Nunez as the guy who got a red card on his debut. It wasn't his debut, was it?
No, it wasn't his debut.
Because he played the Community Shield, then he played the opening game of the season.
Second
Game of the
season.
season, got red carded against Sport.
Headbutt up into Wacky
So I
Manson.
brought him into FPL, and then went and got red carded.
No,
Furious.
because Wacky Manson got a load of hate for it.
Nunez
He's
in behind. He
Oh my
scores.
God.
Darwin Nunez brings us level in this game. Ball in behind for Nunez, and he fires it into the far post. Fingers in the ears. He doesn't want to hear the abuse from the Geordie fans. It's Newcastle 1, Liverpool 1. We thought the game was dead and buried. Newcastle thought the game was dead and buried. But up in the sky, Liverpool fans are on cloud 9, literally and figuratively. It's Newcastle 1, Liverpool 1. Fantastic finish from Darwin Nunez.
And Newcastle have only got themselves to blame. Botman, huge error. It's all caught up.
Wow.
But it's not even that. They have, since the red card, they have played this so comfortably.
Shotter, ball in behind. That's poor from Sven Botman.
Botman.
But that's an instinctive finish from Darwin Nunez, a
What,
player
that
low on
counts.
confidence. But he bursts forward and fires one past Pope now.
Pope had no chance. But Newcastle have been so relaxed, so content with themselves, only 1-0 up for the whole game, and it's bitten them on the rear. And they will be, Eddie Howe will be fuming because they should have killed this game off. Barnes and Wilson fanning around up the other end.
And Klopp, with 10 minutes to go, is encouraging players because they can still win this despite
Almiron
being down a man.
has hit everything apart from the back of the net. There's a change for it is.
On goes Elliot Anderson for Joe Linton. So Joe Linton potentially is feeling a little bit of pain in his knee. But as Nick now says, Newcastle throw it away, and as Gary says, the game should have been over long ago.
Eddie Howe is fuming, and rightly so, because this could be a huge drop of points for Newcastle. Huge.
And as Nick now says, a classy finish. Well done to Nunez. Gary, though, saying, I like Klopp's new cream Liverpool tracker.
I don't think it's horrible.
Right.
It's disgusting. I don't like it. So that's it for a minute.
Anyway.
Well, what's that now? Because Newcastle got to respond.
I was not expecting to see a
I
goal.
can't believe it.
A goal? I thought it was going 1-0. But
Newcastle are
when you said
throwing it
2-1
away.
Newcastle, do you think the prediction's on, or do you
Yes.
think it's saying 1-0?
No, I changed it after time 2-0 because I think that Liverpool score. But what a cock up from Newcastle.
I think that Liverpool are going to get a winner.
I think Newcastle can get a winner.
Oh. Let's see what happens. Burn. I mean, Newcastle should win this. They've got an extra man.
They've got to go for it now.
Shotter cuts out the ball to Trippier. Ball now. Smash long.
They've just been so
Burn.
casual all half.
Now Szoboszlai plays it out
No,
wide.
they're in mad- they're in
Shotter
trouble.
coming forwards. Ever since they've gone for a front three, Liverpool, they look so good. Shotter. Nunez. Shotter making a run into the box through his legs. Salah. Szoboszlai takes aim. It's blocked. Oh, if that didn't go through Shotter's legs, there's a very good chance Liverpool would be 2-1 up now. Ball falls to Nunez in the middle of the pitch. He's kicked it directly up in the air. Oh, he's kicked it over to Barnes. Now Barnes is going to carry it forwards for Newcastle. Liverpool recovering back really well. Here's Longstaff.
Got to switch it. Look at Almiron. But what a turnaround. I mean, since the red card, it has been all Newcastle.
14 to 5
Yeah.
shots, 3 to 1 on target, 20 to 7 touches in the opposition box, and 59% of possession going Newcastle's
They've been
way.
so
It's
much
Liverpool
better.
that have the goal.
They just didn't kill the game off. But I don't know what they're doing. And
Fanning
now
around
they're
the
in
ball.
big trouble.
Now it's Botman.
Good touch.
Bruno Guimaraes, and he's pulled down by Szoboszlai, who's frustrated, but that one's been given
And it will go into the book.
for his complaints, I believe.
Yeah. Jason Tyndall there. I'll chat about
But anyone that has Darwin Nunez.
No, he does.
For anyone that does.
Oh. What Tyndall does. Newcastle getting it going quickly. It's flicked on, but out for a Liverpool goal kick. As that is who's out on the deck? Harvey Barnes? I think so. Nunez. It's like, what do you want me to do? Bruno. This is Szoboszlai. Says a foul, and it was Nunez to kick the ball away.
And so I think he would have a yellow for his... Yeah, so it wasn't Shabazz picking up the yellow, it's Nunez.
So he's not very happy with those. Doing that same with the ref or the Botman down the deck. He has not had a good afternoon. Mistake for the goal.
Do you think stuff like that, an error leading to a goal should be a minus point FPL?
No. Maybe, yeah, actually. In terms of this game,
Peter
I like
Botman.
it. Yeah.
But like,
Botman Trent.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. I just feel like maybe there should be.
It's a really good finish from Nunez. Really good finish.
Because own goals are minuses, aren't they? But is
Yeah.
that not a very similar thing?
Well, giving her a penalty isn't a minus anymore either.
It's not.
No.
Oh.
This particular game I found against Villa for my fancy team earlier. It gave 2 and he didn't get minus.
I think it should be if it's a foul, not if it's a handball. Harry from England scored a second, fed by Alfonso.
Who?
What?
Oh, Bayern, Kane.
Ah. Mi comprende.
He is good. Totally. Matt Target is getting us to come on for the injured Botman and Burnley
Cool.
where the centre are. Liverpool 2-1. How is Matt Target still playing in the Premier League? Craig Parsons like, can I check your boots, please, mate? Can I check your
It's
shorts?
3-1 though. Augsburg did get a goal. Dion Donnarumma literally just scored 86 minutes.
Ooh, comebacks on.
3 minutes less additional time left. Obviously, it running alongside this game.
And if this finish is 1-1, Klopp is laughing.
I don't think Klopp's ever laughing. He'll probably just be annoyed.
He laughs like Astley, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Mm.
I do an evil laugh. Difficult to objectively quantify what constitutes an error leading to goal. No, because they do. There is a stat, errors leading to goal. So you could just use Opta's.
Like,
they use Opta
that is
data
an
anyway,
error.
don't they?
Botman was an error. 2 errors leading to goals today.
This is a direct turnover. Yeah, Gary, I mean, it depends. Like, losing position in the middle of the pitch and they go on to score, I wouldn't say that's an error leading to goal. But if you slip over and they run in and score...
Like, Steven
Error
Gerrard
leading
against Chelsea would have been an error leading to goal.
Yes.
Or was that
There we go.
Denver Bar. This is back from Newcastle. Can they grab a deserved late winner of a game they should have killed off ages ago? Let Liverpool back in it, and now they need to find another winner.
I don't know. There's certain players that aren't penalised enough. Like, if a midfielder loses possession and the other team score, there's no penalty in FPL.
But even like Botman and Trench, cost their team massively today. And haven't been punished at all.
I don't know why, but Matt Tuckett reminds me of a hamster, says Nick Nack. That is a weird one.
I see it. When he plays football, he's like on a wheel.
Gary's saying maybe Newcastle keeps it in a cage in a wheel.
Yeah, he honestly, when he plays, he just runs around and does nothing. But he has great fun when he's doing it. Big tackle. Oh!
They've still got the ball though, Newcastle. Barnes. Anderson. Barnes, Anderson and Longstaff, by the way, looks identical.
Yeah.
And they're all in the same sort of area of the pitch right now. Shaw. Burn. Target. That doesn't make a lot more sense. I was thinking Target was going to play centre half. I was really worried for everyone's safety.
Guimaraes slots.
It falls down. It's blocked. They claim it's handball. Amon claims handball. Nobody else does.
Wasn't.
Target now has to deal with the pass and not Salah with
That
it
is
in.
not convincing.
No, and then
That,
Pope puts it out of
he's not
play.
out of play.
No, he hasn't. It's gone to Barnes. Angle deceived both of us there. Target. Guimaraes.
It's got late winner written all over it for either side.
Anderson.
Has the go.
It's quite a comfortable saving there. Sorry, that's Sean Longstaff and Anderson.
Yeah.
No, identical though, so
But when you get close,
we're going to see here. What's that handball?
Nowhere near. This is bad.
It is us. Didn't hit his back.
If we Scottish ass. That was Irish, isn't it? No, it weren't Scottish.
No, somewhat Scottish.
Allison goes long. What a ball that is, but to absolutely no one. Pope gets it at the other end, and he'll get it going quickly for the 2. And they've got a minute plus additional time. Well, with the 10 Reds who've come to St James Park and valiantly fought and held on for a point.
Gary's saying everyone else has cardio on the treadmill, he doesn't, a hamster wheel, and then Yellow's pointing out that that would be more environmentally friendly, as treadmills require energy. Maybe you could have a couple people on the hamster wheels powering the treadmills.
Wilson lashed over the bar.
Not a great one. Quantz are there just sort of making sure he can't get the shot on the way out goal. Should book place for appealing when it's clean, not handball, says Nick Mack. I don't think appealing should be yellows when it's...
The bit you get booked for is when you ask for the other player to get a yellow card.
Yeah.
So that's just asking for it, isn't it?
I don't think appealing, because I feel like appealing should be part of the game.
Also, depending
People
on what angle you're from, to you it might look like handball.
Exactly, so...
Like to Aaron once, because he was so close to it, it's good at how many times have we got if it's more than 4 on people.
Five.
Where? Where you got 5 minutes from? Craig Pawson.
Yeah, maybe they even harvest energy from the wheel to power the lights. I like Jack's idea, better genius. Exactly. And then they just rotate round. Who's on the treadmill? Now go back on the hamster wheel. I go on the hamster wheel, and you can power the others doing the treadmill.
That's the sole reason why Newcastle signed Matt Target, so you can just power their treadmill.
The academy players can power the pros. Yeah, that would work.
Or just Matt Target.
They can just get in like loads of really fit people. Whoever's like top of peloton.
Mo Farah.
Just get them running in a hamster wheel. It's not even running, is it? You just go like a hamster with your hands.
Going all
you get very dizzy.
Scary. It's hamsters, isn't it?
Unless you run on the bottom, I guess you could run.
Yeah.
I don't know how you stop being in a hamster.
Yeah, no, right, spin it. Just
on stands. Yeah.
Spin it.
It's very difficult to spin that for very long because you have to constantly do it, wouldn't you, to make sure the energy was getting to the treadmill. So if not, people will be running and then suddenly the treadmill will just stop because you've got a bit tired and then they will go flying off. So that might be a bit more risky.
Well, I'm do it now. I'm going to stop for a minute.
Unless they've got some sort of backup power.
Clearly from Bruno, just shooting a shot there. Liverpool pushing for what would be a winner. I can't believe they're still in this game. I honestly can't believe it.
Yeah.
I am stunned that Newcastle have not won
this game. They should have killed this off about an hour ago.
Yeah. In that first half. In the second half. Any moment of the game, Newcastle should have killed it off. They didn't. They've been punished. And now with just over 3 minutes left on the clock, Liverpool are pushing for a winner. What would be a gut-wrenching kick to Newcastle.
In the gut, probably, if it's gut-wrenching.
Pope rolls it out to target. Can he find his selected target? He doesn't. It's Anderson. And Anderson sprays the play over to Trippier.
Kieran Trippier.
That's a nice
little ball. Towards Longstaff! Oh my God. Received the ball near to goal. He tries to flick it over Alisson. I thought I was going to go in, but it didn't.
I thought we were going to see goal of the season.
He tried to flick it through his legs. If that had gone through his legs,
it was a goal.
Well, Jared Costa probably would have got to it.
No, he wouldn't have.
And Longstaff lost his
balance.
Not his balance, his shin pad.
Oh.
In the process, a bit of trying to score a banger.
Block clearances.
That would have been the Pushcast Award. Decided. Nunez! It's a carbon copy of the goal. The level up. And he's won it for Liverpool. Darwin Nunez bags a brace from the bench. Liverpool have flipped this game on its head. Newcastle, they couldn't kill it off. They could not kill it off, and they're throwing it away now. Newcastle 1, Liverpool 2. We questioned whether maybe Klopp was losing hope with Darwin Nunez. He certainly won't be now. A double for Darwin.
How is thinking?
Unbelievable for Newcastle. And wow, the Geordies are quiet now. It's the Scousers that are taking over St James's Park. Joe
Bruno
Bruno caught in midfield. Salah plays it through. Nunez well onside, and it's a carbon copy finish. Fantastic from Darwin Nunez.
Why doesn't Burn follow him? I do not know. He gets caught ball watching.
The ball is excellent. The finish is even better.
And again, poor defender from Newcastle. They've been punished again, and from such a comfortable position in the 45th minute, thinking they're 1-0 up, they're a man up. Liverpool score again. Nunez with a double.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe what we've seen.
Congratulations to all 3 people that have selected Darwin Nunez in FPL because he's bagged today.
And it could be 3-1.
Trent, Nunez, Jota. They're being opened up way too easy now.
They're piss now.
Jota needs to find delivery. Goes back to Trent.
What a waste.
Oh, and he's absolutely sent Anderson.
He should be off the pitch.
He's heading towards the corner flag with a minute to go. And it's out for a Liverpool throw. And he's getting the crowd going now, Trent.
He's
taking his time about this one. I think the line is pointing out you've got to take the throw.
Yeah, I know you're enjoying 10 tons of crowd, but come on.
This is probably time wasting.
What a mental 95 minutes. I can't believe what's transpired here. I'm beyond belief.
Shaw goes long and
Gomez
loses out. Wilson
needs help.
And he's brought down, but it's not given by the referee. Robertson. Szoboszlai can't keep it in play. How keen to get it going quickly. Trippier lifts it to Longstaff. You'd imagine they'll add a couple extra seconds.
And they go everyone into the box. Surely. They're moving very slowly for a team. And John Bruce like, mate, come on. I think he might get booked for it. It's just good to
move backwards, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if this goes in now, blimey, I think I'm going to need a lie down.
Trippier. Set to whip this in. A chance for Newcastle at the death.
Pope's coming up.
Nick Pope goal. I said at the start, that's how no Newcastle players scored today.
Trippier. It's got to be a good ball. Test Allison.
Someone's got down the Newcastle box.
I think Longstaff's with a penalty.
John Brooks will have a word with Gomez.
Put it near post. He's going to struggle to get back.
Your plan might just work, you know. Trippier. Let's put it in. Pope meets it, and it's out of play. It's a Liverpool goal kick, and this will go incredibly long.
I can't believe they lost it.
It's going to go so long from Allison.
Geordie's walking out. I can't believe it. They cannot believe it. They can't believe I've had it. I mean, man of the match, Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, I mean, that's superb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Salah with the assist as well, just to reward any Salah owners out there.
Jason Tindall, I don't know how to see how his eyebrows are usually, but he looks so surprised. And Eddie Howe looks furious, because he will know.
What was the linesman saying to Trent? Asked Gary. Nick Nat says, don't get sent off, Trenty. And there we go. Wow. Liverpool have pulled off a sensational upset. They were down a man and down a goal at half time and down on their spirits, but they've come back late in this game. A brace from the substitute, the boy from the bench, Darwin Núñez, and they've pulled off an unthinkable 2-1 victory here in Newcastle. A disappointing collapse for Eddie Howe's side. Liverpool now take 7 points from their first 3 games. A very good start of the season for Liverpool.
Yeah, really good, really good.
As we say, man match, Darwin Núñez. Yeah. I think that's undisputed after that ending there. Wow. We'll be back on Wednesday. Join us for the Champions League qualification game between PSV Eindhoven and Rangers, of course. Should be a good one, that. And then on Thursday, we're here for the Champions League draw. Do not miss it. It's going to be interesting to see who everyone draws. Of course, we've got Arsenal, we've got City, we've got United, and we've got Newcastle from the Prem. We're seeing where all of those end up in their respective Champions League groups. Join us there. In the meantime, go and check out last week's podcast. Go check out Prem Predictions to see how close we are with our predictions. And, well, yeah, that's about all you've got to watch. Look out, though, on Wednesday for our podcast. We'll probably be talking about that game because that was pretty decent. Yeah. And maybe some officiating because officiating is mental. That's everything, though. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.